Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? I'm so excited to be with you guys today. Again, if this is not a normal podcast, this is part of the Epic Mock 25, 32 separate podcasters representing 32 separate teams, drafting full 7 rounds, 3 days in a row. We did day 1 yesterday. Could not trade back, so we stuck at pick 11, and I went with what I think the 49ers would do. We took edge. Mike Green, we dealt with that. Go watch yesterday's show. Now, today, the 49ers pick 43. And spoiler alert, as I share the big board as the picks are going on now, we traded back. The 49ers, I was able to negotiate a trade with the Chargers before round 2 started. And that was kind of key because the Chargers were trying to get a trade up. And so the 49ers gave away pick 43 and 113. That was the whole idea, right? So we gave those away, but we got 55, 86, and 214. So we pick up an extra pick in the 6th round, and we get 2 picks day 3. So now we have, the 49ers have 12 picks. We're picking 55, 75, 86, 100 today. So there's going to be 4 picks made unless we trade up, trade out. But it seems like most of the action's kind of taken place. Now, as this goes on, so let me just update you with what's happened today. Lots of trades have been taking place. No trades in the first round, really. There were a couple, but nothing significant. Emeka Egbuka, who fell, he went pick 33 to the Packers. Gray Zabel, he went to the Giants. Donovan Jackson, Seahawks traded up for him. Xavier Watts went to the Jaguars. Trey Amos to the Bills. D1 Walker, I thought that was a little bit of a reach. Mason Taylor to the Jets. That's about where he should go. Siobhan Ravel, which I was glad he went. He's not really on my board with his injury history. Quinshon Judkins went to the Bears. Braden Swinson just went to the Bears again. They had back-to-back picks. They traded. So that's kind of where we are now. So we were going to be picking 43, who's on the board now. And if I had that pick, I probably would have taken Josh Connerly Jr., which would have been a hellacious pick. We'll have to see how it pans out. But yeah, so this is where our original pick would be, but we traded out. If I was on the clock here, I would take Josh Connerly Jr. Or one of the stud defensive tackles. And I got to be really honest with you. I'm very happy with how this is going, because I have 5 defensive tackles that I'm like, dude, if I can get one of these 5, none of them have been picked. And I created kind of a 24-person big board. They go Tyleik Williams. So, he was my kind of last case scenario guy, but he was one of my guys. And so that's not who I would have taken there. But he is gone now. Tyleik Williams, I think, is a stud. And now it's just like, okay, my plan, if everything goes according to plan, is to take a defensive tackle. We're waiting until 55 now. So we've got about 12 more picks. I've got Alfred Collins in no particular order. We'll debate the order, but these are guys that I think are worth the area. Alfred Collins, TJ Sanders, Darius Alexander, Tyleik Williams is one of them. He just went. And then if all those guys are gone, CJ West is that next tier. I would prefer to wait on CJ West. And yeah, Darius Alexander, probably my top of all those guys. What's up, Johnny Dale, the freaking legend. And so, yeah, this is kind of where we're at. And so this is fun. There's still, here's the big board left. We have how many picks? I think we're 12 picks from where we pick, or 11. In no particular order, but here's my short stack big board. Josh Connerly Jr., which, man, if I would have stayed at 43, it would have been Josh Connerly Jr. Alfred Collins, TJ Sanders, Darius Alexander, Carson Swessinger, Travion Henderson's still there. I don't want to go running back, but I think the value is there. Zaire Thomas, corner. Darian Porter, corner. Jacob Parrish, little early for him. Demetrius Knight, linebacker. Not sold on that, but I'd be cool with it. CJ West, little early, but cool with it. And then edge. Edge is, we went the first round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 edges went in the first round. But they've kind of cooled since then. But there's still Landon Jackson, JT Tuimoloau, and Jordan Birch there. Like, it would not be insanity to go back-to-back edge. So I guess my question to you, if Landon Jackson continues to fall, would you be upset if you got Mike Green in the first and then Landon Jackson in the second? Not ideal, but man, you talk about fortifying the edge guaranteed no matter what. Whew. I would be so excited. Look, Johnny Dale, I was loving Darius' film. How big he is and how quick he moves is just not normal. TJ Sanders, I love. Travion Henderson just went to the Cowboys. I think that's a really, really good pick for them. So Travion Henderson was one of those guys that, I didn't want. Obviously, everybody wants Travion Henderson. I think he's a damn good player. But, I do not want to spend draft capital on a running back early whenever you have Christian McCaffrey under contract for 2 more years. You have, second year going into it with Isaiah Garindo. I think that you do not have one starting defensive tackle. So to take another one of those guys, I think is just a little too rich for me. But again, my top 5 right now, Josh Connolly Jr., Alfred Collins, TJ Sanders, Darius Alexander, and probably Carson Swissinger. Those are the guys that I'm just sitting here man, if they fall, and that's not necessarily in that order. I'm just saying, and this is your job. Once we get on the clock, I'm not going to trade up. I have the draft capital that I want now with 12 picks, and we're going to have 4 picks in the top 100, which I'm super psyched about. So, again, we traded down. So we got 11. We picked Mike Green, which I feel pretty good about. Not in love with it. Nobody could trade back. There was just nothing there. But now we got pick 55, 75, 86, 100. That's what we are working with today. And so we'll have to see what that looks like. Yeah, Jack Sawyer's still on the board. He's not on my short list for this pick. Jack Sawyer would be on my list in round 3, but we already have an edge. I think double dipping at edge and defensive tackle is necessary. Back-to-back edge picks, I've Landon Jackson really, really high. I have a high second on him. So, right here, can't believe you traded out. I didn't trade out. I just traded back. And again, let me put this here. I got to start this. So if we would have stayed put, if I would have taken Josh Connerly, right? I would have taken Josh Connerly. And so that's what we're going to have to kind of figure out is, what this looks like. And it's a mock draft, and the 49ers do not follow me. But that's who I would have taken. I would have taken Josh Connerly. I'm pretty high on. I think that, his ceiling, if he hits his ceiling, I've said this many times. Oh, Darius Alexander just went to the Colts. Damn it. And he is a Colts type guy. That sucks. But we are right. He probably would have been, definitely on the short list. But and something that I'm trying to do here is I'm balancing my board with what I think the 49ers board is, which is difficult, and you guys' consensus. I have TJ Sanders and Alfred Collins ranked ahead of Darius Alexander. They're all in the same tier, but I prefer those 2 players. But Darius Alexander, make no mistakes about it, unbelievable talent. That dude he's got some stuff that's there. So again, we didn't trade out of the second. We just traded back. We went from 43 to 55, but we picked up an extra third, and we got a 6th. So that's important to me. Now, and to be fair, we lost on the points. I think we lost 7 or 8 points on the Jimmy Johnson trade chart, but I don't care. I was struggling trying to find anybody willing to trade. And I even got cussed at in the GM chat. I got, whatever. People like really got offended because I kept sending trade offers, but like, come on, man, what are we doing? But that's okay. But having said all that, I'm fine taking a discount trading back because we got the 6th rounder and now we have an extra pick in the 3rd round. I love this 3rd round. If I thought the 49ers would do it, again, if I had full control, which is I'm trying to do as close to a predictive mock as possible, I'd trade back again from 55. I really would. If I could trade back from 55 and get 2/3, I would do it again. Could you get that value? But again, I don't think that's really realistic with how the 49ers operate, but I would be so pumped about that one. Paul, what's up, brother? He says, what's better than one edge? Yeah, 2. I like it. I love it. Right here, NY Niners. I'd much rather take Darius, CJ West, or Jacob Parrish over Landon Jackson. Man, Landon Jackson screams 49ers to me. But so do those other players. Yeah, CJ West is, that's a rush crush player. Jacob Parrish, rush crush player. But man, Landon Jackson, if you like Shamar Stewart, you better love Landon Jackson because he's just the same size, more athletic with better production. Now, does he have the bend? Not really, but you go watch him against Will Campbell. Yeah, I mean, he performed. And Johnny, yeah, appreciate you, man. Mike Green has top 10 talent. I agree with that. He's one of the few picks. Now, when we were there on the board, this nuanced take going against myself, Will Campbell and Kelvin Banks were there. If I was picking for myself, if I was the GM, I would have taken O-line. Kyle Shanahan just doesn't care. He is happy with what he has. Yeah, he'd upgrade it, but upgrade that over an edge or a defensive tackle, I couldn't find it. I couldn't see it. So it was, Will Campbell worth that pick? Yes. Was Kelvin Banks worth that pick? Yes. But I went with the bigger need. And if the 49ers would have signed anybody in free agency and not did cash cuts to not one but 2 defensive, Carson Swissinger gone. But if they didn't cut Leonard Floyd and Malik Collins, then maybe you go O-line because when are you going to pick this high again? But because of that, because you saved all that cash for the owner, I think you're kind of hamstrung to where, man, you got to take edge or D tackle. And so that's where I am. So Carson Swissinger, the linebacker, is gone. And, this morning I was doing all these mocks before I did the trade and after I did the trade. And I took Carson Swissinger a few times at this 50-50 spot, 55 spot. I didn't like how it turned out near as much. And I did some where I took a corner. I didn't like how it turned out as much. I did some where I took a defensive tackle, and I liked it. Every time I took a defensive tackle, I really, really enjoyed how it turned out. Now, again, my board right now, there are 3 very clear Josh Connerly Jr., Alfred Collins, TJ Sanders. Now, the question is, should I trade back up to get one of those guys? There's 3 of them. I'd be fine with Josh Connerly Jr. would be my pick right now. But, and then, the next tier down for me is right here. What's up? We got Rob Louder in the chat. What's your top 5 currently? Who are you hoping for? So my top 3, they're in kind of a tier of themselves, is Josh Connerly, Alfred Collins, TJ Sanders. The next tier down, Zaire Thomas, Darian Porter, Jacob Parrish, Demetrius Knight, CJ West. That's my second tier. And then below that is kind of, man, we're going to double up on edge because we have Mike Green, Landon Jackson, JT Tumalau, Jordan Birch, Jaden Higgins. And then below that, Elijah Arroyo, tight end I like. Tate Rutledge, a little early for him. Ariante Ursery. That's kind of where I'm at. So I kind of have these 3 tiers. And, man, I'd really, really, really like to jump up. Dude, I would hate – I could jump up and get Connerly now. But, again, I'm dealing with the same issue. Man, you're going to trade up. You got the draft capital you want. You're going to trade up for a tackle? Josh Connerly, you put him at right tackle, cool. You're not getting a new starter. Alfred Collins, TJ Sanders start now. Zaire Thomas starts now. Darian Porter starts now. Jacob Parrish starts now. Demetrius Knight starts now. CJ West starts now. And I think the 49ers have kind of painted themselves into a corner where, man, best player available, which the Niners don't do anyway. Hey, look at this. Johnny says, just remember what Mike Green did to Josh Connerly at the Senior. He was there. Yeah, Johnny was there. He saw it firsthand. Y'all want to see a dead body? But I still like Connerly a lot. Niner GOAT. Landon Jackson can stop the run and rush the passer. Mike Green, not so. Whoa. I actually think, I think Mike Green is a two-way player. Built very differently, but I think actually, I want to check this. Mike Green had a 90 run score, 9.4 run stop percentage with 23 tackle for losses. Again, completely different caliber of competition. Landon Jackson had an 88 run grade, a 9.2 run stop, and 10 tackle for losses. Built completely different. Landon Jackson, 6'6", 264. Mike Green, he's 6'3", struggling to put on 250. Like it's hard for him to get that weight up. So two players that play the same role, completely different builds, completely different skill sets, but they play the same position. And yeah, I mean, is it a terrible thing to get Mike Green and Landon Jackson? I don't think so. Ben says we got to get at least 2 defensive tackles. That's factual. You do not have a starting caliber defensive tackle on your team currently. I do not believe that you do. I really don't. I like Evan Anderson as a rotational piece. What do you got with Kalia Davis? I think Jordan Elliott's a rotational piece, but an amazing special teamer. But I way too many inconsistent plays against the run. Yeah, it's rough. Again, I'm doing this thing where I bought this cheap treadmill or whatever, and I'm walking in the morning and rewatching the Niners season every morning. And gosh, man, he jumps off the tape so bad continuously, Jordan Elliott. I really wish we would have cut him. I wish, to be honest with you, I wish we would have cut Etur Gross-Matos and Jordan Elliott and kept Malik Collins and kept Leonard Floyd. They're better players, but it's not about better players sometimes. This offseason has kind of been there, but it's what it is. Right here, Michael, if the offensive tackle for Minnesota is still on the board, your next pick, you better get him. I'm lower on Ursary than everybody else. I think the athleticism is elite. The body is elite. The film I struggle with. I hate the way spending all the time. And I feel like he just makes a lot of kind of freshman mistakes on tape, even though he's experienced. I like him. He's on my short list. He's the last name on my short list. He is but I'll tell you right now, with some of the picks that have been made, my short list, like, I think, what are we at now? We're at 47, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 picks. So Connerly, Alfred Collins, TJ Sanders, Zaire Thomas, Darian Porter, Jacob Parrish, Demetrius Knight, CJ West, Landon Jackson. Those are my 9. So, I'm pushing JT Tumalao, Jordan Birch, Jaden Higgins, Elijah Arroyo, Tate Ratledge, and Ursary. They're kind of off. They're off for this pick. If they fall, the next pick, and that's another thing about trading back, is we don't have to wait so long. We have 55, 75. We got to wait 20 picks. Like, we are in range. And so we are 9 picks from where we are right here. Landon Jackson looked terrible in one-on-ones at the Senior Bowl. They were not his best. They were not. Right here in Niners, I would take a Darius Alexander at 43. Josh Connerly, I am struggling seeing him not be a first-round pick, as I'm going to say. I think that dude, he could go really high. What's up, CG? How we doing, man? Appreciate everybody. If you like Monster Edge, Savion Jones is your guy. I like Savion. I have a much later. I don't think now he could go earlier, and I'm lower on Braden Swinson, who went. Golly, man, he went really high. He went pick 42. Where do I have Braden? And maybe this is something that I'm missing, but man, I have. Where's Braden at? Did I even put him on here? Yeah, I actually have Braden Swinson and Savion Jones as 4th round grades. I liked him, but I don't like. But he's a better fit for what the Bears do, and so congrats to them. Congrats to them. But yeah, Savion Jones I have a 4th round grade on. Amos is gone. So again, let me repeat just what's happened today. Mika Egbuka went first pick today. Zabel went second. Donovan Jackson, Xavier Watts, Trey Amos, D1 Walker, Mason Taylor, Siobhan Reville, Quinshon Judkins, Brady Swinson, Tyleek Williams, Travion Henderson, Darius Alexander, Carson Swissinger. So, like, we're 9 picks away after trading back with the Chargers. And again, I'm like, dude, I'm loving this. I really, really am. I'm right now, whenever pick 43 was up there and you were staring at Josh Connerly, Darius Alexander, TJ Sanders, all those guys, I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have done it. Right now, Alfred Collins went, now we're in it. Now we're in it. And of course, he went to the Arizona Cardinals. Damn you. That's a rush crush guy. He is my highest ranked defensive tackle left. Now it's TJ Sanders, CJ West. So man, yeah, that's that one's fun. What's up, Joel? I know you're loving these late shows. We'll be late again tomorrow, day 3, which is going to be fun. And I do like that today. You can see the timer's 4 minutes per pick. Oh, Marcus Bow went. He was not on our short list for this pick. Now I'm very high on Marcus Bow. But he was not on my short list. You know what's crazy is Tyler Booker has not been picked. Tyler Booker has just fallen. I don't think that he's a fit for the 49ers. Oh, Tate Radledge went. That's one of my guys, but he was eliminated from, what I wanted. He's a rush crush, but he was not on our short list of picks this one. So, man, we're getting closer. Gosh, man, there are 2 guys that I would be the happiest man alive if they somehow fall. Now, Seattle Seahawks are on the board again. Who'd they go earlier? They went Donovan Jackson. I'm curious, real quick. Man, I'm behind on the chat. Let me check up. Nolan went super late. Where did Nolan go? He went 29. Kenneth Grant went 30. Derek Harmon went 32. I thought about trading back up, but I'm trying to be vigilant. I think we have to use these picks because, again, you did not get anybody in free agency that is a starter, not one, and you didn't get depth, and you actually cut guys just for cash. You're kind of strapped. So I'm trying. I'm trying to kind of be vigilant. Right here, Seahawks taking CJ West from what I hear. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. It would be a great pick. Let's see here. Makuba with one of those 3rd round picks. Yes, he is on the short list. I think this is too early here. I have a 2nd round grade on Makuba, but again, this is a predictive mock. The 49ers met with 1 safety, and it was Makuba, who's a perfect fit, perfect scheme, perfect. He's a rush crush guy. And if he is there in the 3rd round, man, brash. Connerly is a year away. That's not a bad thing with what the 49ers have, but his ceiling, if every single offensive tackle, I mean all of them, hit their ceiling, I would argue Josh Connerly might be the best tackle in this class when it's all said and done. Now, that's a big if. And, yeah, he falls because, it's not as consistent. But if you put together Josh Connerly's tape, his best tape, you're talking a clinician. I mean, it's all his footwork, his drive through contact, his arm extension, the way he's built, the athleticism. I'm telling you, man, blocking in space, he is a zone dream, just not consistent. And he lets players get into his chest from time to time, not consistently, not as much as Will Campbell, if I'm going to be honest with you. But whenever he does, it looks really bad. So could you kick him into guard? Probably not. He's a right tackle. He played left tackle, but if the Niners drafted Connerly, which if he is there, and what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks. I'd take it Josh Connerly. I would take him at 43. And yeah, that's what we're doing. We're letting the board fall. Stick and pick. I love it. Collins, if he is there, he's gone. Gone. Oladejo, not on my short list. Yeah, I have a later round grade on him, but we already went edge. But I do think we need 2 edges and 2 DTs. I think that's huge. Love it. Defensive tackle or tackle options. So Ozzy Trapillo, I like. Probably the most plug-and-play guy. One of the most plug-and-play guys. He might be at a ceiling, but I have a late-round grade on him. And Savanea, like, I think he would be next on this list after Ursary. I think Jonah, the Arizona kid, is good. Is really, really good. Right here, can you explain Shamar Stewart hype? He's not even a first-round pick. I have a late second on him. I wouldn't take him here. He wouldn't be on my short list. One, because we went edge. But, yeah, I mean, I have Landon Jackson ranked ahead of him. I do have him above Princely. I have him above JT Tuimoloau, and I have him above Birch. But, yeah, you're drafting, kind of potential. And so, yeah, what do you mean? Seattle. The Seattle guy traded up earlier in our GM chat and then didn't show up to make the pick. He traded up earlier today, and that got executed, agreed upon, and they didn't even show up to make his pick. So Seattle's kind of flying blind. Seattle, go to Seattle. What's up, Captain? Appreciate you. Rick Torres. Connerly is understandable since we expect McKivitz will leave in free agency again next year. I mean, there is a possibility where you're replacing a left tackle to right tackle next year. Let's just be very, very real, especially if the owner doesn't open up the checkbook, which is, we can see here. But, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Miles Frazier. Oh, Azareye'h Thomas gone. He was number 4 on my kind of big board, but my 2 guys are still there. We are sitting there. Azareye'h Thomas. I do like him a lot. I have a 3rd-round grade on him. So I'm a little, the 40-yard dash at the corner position is big, and that dude ran a 4.5, a high 4.5. But, man, his tape, so freaking good. This is prime cornerback territory. Higgins, wide receiver. He's on our short list. But if you're wanting cornerback, the highest corner, I've got Darian Porter and Jacob Parrish. Those are my 2 corners that are still on this list. And so, yeah, my question to everybody, here's my short list. Josh Connerly Jr., TJ Sanders, Darian Porter, Jacob Parrish, Demetrius Knight, CJ West, Landon Jackson. Who out of those names? Josh Connerly Jr., TJ Sanders, Darian Porter, Jacob Parrish, Demetrius Knight, CJ West, Landon Jackson. Y'all throw in the chat. Who is your guy? I see TJ. What's up, Rusty? How you doing, man? Josh Farmer, he's next down. And yeah, I don't know where to slot him either. You go to Dane Brugler talking about Josh Farmer. He slots him in with these guys. He's my next tier down of defensive tackle. I like him. I mean, he's built the right way. He's Joshua Farmer is, a Colts / Trent Baalke pick where those long arms, like he fits that. CJ West in the 2nd round is crazy. I think it's too early for him, but I want a defensive tackle. I'm not going to take Booker. He can't move, man. One of the least athletic linemen in the history of the combine. He's good. I think he needs to go to a power scheme or a crazy pass-heavy scheme where he could just be wide. I think I'm out on him. I really, really do. Can he move? Like you say, well, Aaron Banks couldn't move, and we went him. But Mason Taylor went. He's gone. What was the trade back? So we traded back before the 2nd round started. We got picks 55, 86, 214. We gave up 43, 113. So now we get an extra 3rd round pick, which was my number 1 priority. So we got 55, 86, 214. We gave up 43, 113. That was the trade back. And Kevin Winston just went. That's huge. One, I think Kevin Winston is a perfect 49ers fit. But, man, I've got – where do I have him at? I think I deleted him somehow off my board, and I don't know why he's not on there. Uh-oh. We got a mistake. I do like Kevin Winston, and I think that he's a damn good player, and he is one of those convert over to linebacker type guys. Yeah, I don't know why he's not on my board. I think I messed up. I think I got an error on my big board. So, I just got to scroll over you, jackwagon. Major injury, but major upside. I had a 4th round just because of the injury stuff with Kevin Winston, but like he is my Robert Saleh safety convert to linebacker that he's done over and over and over again throughout his whole entire career. But Kevin Winston, that's a good thing for us right here. This is good with where we're at. Darian Porter is there. He is available. He is on our short list for sure. Man, so we took Landon Jackson at one of this? No. We took Mike Green in the first round. Landon Jackson's still there. So my question that I posed, Jacob, was, man, would it be a horrible thing to go back-to-back edges first, second round? I don't like it. It's not what I designed to do, but the board might fall that way. It really, really might. I don't think we have the luxury of doing that. Right here, Raphael, would you draft Harold Fanning Jr.? Caleb Johnson went, the running back. More good news, baby. We are 3 picks out. I like Caleb Johnson. And Quinshawn Judkins? He went, didn't he? Yeah, Quinshawn went. I didn't have him marked off on my board. My bad. Caleb Johnson was my next highest rated running back. Perfect zone fit. Where does he go to? Denver. Yeah, Denver was running back. Their GM was trying to trade up the whole day, trying really, really hard to get Ashton Genty and couldn't do it. So anyway, right here, Austin. John, where do you see Quincy Riley going? I think 4th round, 4th, 5th round. If you miss out a corner, which you got to have a corner, the Niners have met with him twice already. The Louisville corner, I like him. He's fun. We got CJ. Okay, here are the votes for who we should take. CJ West, Parrish, TJ, Porter or Knight. What's up, Law? TJ, D Porter, TJ, Connerly, TJ, Landon. Can't go wrong. Princely Uman Mielenwit. It's going good, guys. We are 3 picks out. 3 picks out. I love it. Connerly. Farmer is built like a farm. He is on my short list for the next pick. Yeah, right here. Connerly, Porter, CJ West, Porter, Connerly, Darian Porter, CJ West. Man, that trade, yeah. If I was at 43, I was taking Connerly. I don't think he's going to last. We got 2 more picks, then it's us. But now we're down to, Booker's 3 cone ain't going to do it for SF. I'm pretty sure he's off the board. Seattle Seahawks pick changed to Kevin Winston. Yeah, okay. I think we got that one. Would you take Mason Taylor in the 2nd round? I would. He's on my short list. He went in the 2nd round. Mason Taylor went really high. Yeah, I would take him. They took him at 39, but I think it's a little bit too much of a luxury pick for the Niners, especially in a deep tight end class. I like Mason Taylor a lot. Just, yeah, I'm staying away from that one. I don't think Connerly, TJ, Sanders, Connerly, CJ, Porter. There we go. So, I got to tee this up. Let me put this out. Who would you take of these 3 if the 49ers took an edge early? No trades, just these 3. All right, I'm going to have to put a short one on it, but I'm going to put Josh Connerly Jr. I'm watching it. I'm going to put TJ Sanders, and then I'm going to put a corner, and I'm going to put Darian Porter. I like Jacob Parrish more, but I don't think that is even like a thing. So I'm going to put a 15-minute timer on it, and I'm going to do 0 hours. This is over on Twitter. So, let's just see kind of how this goes. Oh, man, I'm so behind in this chat, but that's okay. So, those are the 3. Josh Connerly, TJ Sanders, and Darian Porter. I think those are the 3. We got 3 picks. I'm not trading out. I am 100% happy with kind of this trade back. The first 4 votes were all Josh Connerly. I love it, man. I am so pumped about this. This is what trading back gets you. It's just, can you find somebody to trade back with? That's the question. But, we're sitting here and we're looking at, guys, I have Jacob Parrish rated higher than Darian Porter, but I don't know if the 49ers would. And I think Jacob Parrish might fall a little bit. It's a little too much of a reach. Now, Jaden Higgins is there, but man, I just, I like Jaden Higgins. I really, really do, but I think there's better fits in the third. I want somebody that's going to start guaranteed. And I think we have to have a starting corner. We have to have a starting defensive tackle. And I think Josh Connerly Jr. would start at right tackle immediately. And I think that he's the best player. He's the highest player on my board. I mean, did Josh Connerly go? Am I missing this? Am I crazy? I'm not seeing him. Are you guys seeing him anywhere? This is the big board. I am not seeing Josh Connerly Jr. And I would have took him at 43. But man, he just keeps falling. So shoot. I think. Oh, yeah. Johnny says I love Higgins. I do too. Oh, Tyler Booker just went. All right, we got choices now, baby. We are guaranteed. So now I'm just going to be honest with you. It is down. We're eliminating the corner position currently. It is Connerly or TJ, which I would have been cool with at 43. So it is Connerly or TJ. That is the only discussion that I'm allowing. I have not checked to see if anybody's messaging me. I don't care if anybody's messaging me. Yeah, y'all DM me all the hell y'all want. I do not care, man. I'm not trading out. And that's a really good pick. You know, getting Tyler Booker at that spot. Oh, I'm loving this, man. Dude, great effing trade back. Great trade back. Golly, I am stoked, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Connerly, just over on our Twitter poll, which if you want to go check at JL_Chapman, if you want to jump over to Twitter real quick, we have 11 minutes left, depending on how long this pick takes. It says we have until 7:27, but I don't want to be that guy. Oh, they took TJ Sanders. They made up the mind. So TJ Sanders just went. That is, man, they made it easy on us. They made it easy on us, right? So, like, yeah, defensive tackle is a bigger need. And I was really hoping. But, man, to have Josh Connerly just sitting there, he's my 31st overall player. He's number 31. Nah, I'm not taking Higgins over Connerly. I can't do it. We have way too much invested in the wide receiver position already. We had, like, this is something that I do believe the 49ers would do, right? I stayed away from tackle early, did not go Will Campbell because, you know, like, oh, I don't think they, but man, at this point, and you traded back, we have somebody trying to trade up. What would it take for me to move up 4 spots? I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I am not comfortable staying put. Sorry. Yeah, I'm staying put. So I'm taking the pick. And so I'm typing it in. I do not care. The 49ers select OT Josh Connerly Jr. Done. It's over. It is over. I would have took him at 43. I could not be happier with, oh my gosh, dude. I am pumped, ladies and gents. I am absolutely pumped. I can't believe he fell that far. Whew. That is awesome. I'm just telling you, man. Dude, I'm ecstatic. I cannot believe this just happened. We got him. You know what I mean? Like, dude, we traded back and we still got an elite player with an unbelievable high ceiling. You got, at worst, Trent Williams replacement. At best, new starting right tackle year 1. You give them some time by week 3, week 4. I am totally cool with that. Somebody just tried to pick Azareye'h Thomas, who already went. Oh, that's what changed. So who did I not? Yeah, these guys are morons, man. You get Seattle. Seattle should not be allowed anywhere. Who am I missing? Because I already had Azareye'h Thomas marked off. But anyway, screw them. I want to focus on us. We got time. Let's jump over to the beast. And let's just read up on Josh Connerly Jr. Man, dude, I am so ecstatic about that trade back. And we're picking soon. We are picking soon. We're picking 86. It should be 85. That's okay. Whatever. Why does it say 86? Oh, yeah, it is 86. My bad. I think it's Joshua Connerly. Whatever you do in the search, the control F, if you don't spell it correctly, it just bings in your ear real loud. He's still not pulling up. Come on. Connerly. Is it just one E? Maybe. This is going to piss me off. Yeah, Josh Connerly with one N. That's right. And so, and I think I'm very similar to where Dane Brugler is on him. He has a first to second round grade. Third year, junior, 6'4", 311, ran a 5.0, 540, 1.70 on the 10-yard. That's great. Huge hands, 10.38, 34 and a quarter inch arms, 82-inch wingspan, 21 years old. Dude, I'm pumped, man. I love this dude. And you kind of look at just all the different things that he has done. Okay, he started 28 games at left tackle, played in 41, third-team All-American, first-team All-Big Ten, even took a direct snap in a 2-point conversion, which was awesome against Maryland. Vertical, 34 and a half inch. Like, you're talking elite athleticism and build for an offensive tackle that you got late. You got super late. We'll spend time on what we're going to look forward to. I'm pumped, dude. I'm so excited. Mike Green and Josh Connerly building in the trenches, high upside. Here's the strengths that Dane Brugler listed. Outstanding lateral quicks, change of direction, overall movement skills, explosive jump. Setter easily cuts off pass rush angles, elite recovery balance, average height, but above our average arm length, and big firm hands, keeps head on a swivel. Light feet. That was my favorite thing about him. Not only were his feet super light, but he chops them through contact as he is engaging in the run game, which I love. Plays with both raw strength and aggressive play style, but it's inconsistent. You cut up the tape on Josh Connerly, and you're just like, woo, yeah. Zaire Thomas, then Josiah Stewart went. Wayne would be excited. Durable. Finished with his career with 28 straight starts. Love that. Only allowed 6 pressures in his final 12 starts. They were all against Ohio State. And again, if you don't want to like Josh Connerly, go watch the Ohio State tape. Jack Sawyer eats everybody's lunch. That's just what he does. Weaknesses. Core strength must be addressed. This is Mike Green demolishing him at the Senior Bowl. Now they're teammates in this hypothetical. Hands are all over the place. I saw that too. Just very inconsistent. Bull rushers are able to rock him off his heels, but not always. And that's the thing. Like, the fact that I could see on tape with Josh Connerly that he can stop the bull rush, he lifts guys into his chest and he plays too high, but it's not always there. You'll see him do some great, just freaking become a brick wall when he plays with good leverage. Just needs consistency. Can be caught leaning on pass pro. Yep. Only played left tackle in college. Doesn't have functional experience at right tackle, but with the athleticism and the feet and the length, I think he could play right tackle. Do you slide him into left guard? I don't know. Here is the final summary from the Beast. Because of the underdeveloped parts of his game, he will put himself in some compromised positions, especially against power rushers, but his recovery balance is exceptional. Jaden Higgins just went to the Texans. Overall, Connerly must continue refining his hands, core strength, but he is on the right trajectory and enters the NFL with a promising foundation based on athletic movements and body control. Currently a bend, don't break blocker, he has the talent to become a solid starter early in his NFL career. I think that his upside, it's up there. It is up there. I freaking love this pick, man. I absolutely do. Let's get into some snaps and analytics that are in the 49ers rush. Draft book, if I could find, there we go. Already had a formal meeting with the 49ers, so that's there. He's 20, he's young. pass protection, length, and attitude. He gets after it. A lot of nuance to his game already. He has 1,900 plus snaps, all at left tackle. And again, like you get into, some of his stuff. He's a Seattle raised kid from Rainier. So stayed there in Oregon Pacific Northwest. I get that. Received a 75 or higher pass blocking grade in 10 out of 14 games from PFF. He has been quoted saying he wants to set the best example possible for his siblings. I think he's got 6 siblings. And let's see, he won the Anthony Munoz Award in 2011. Love that. And let's see here. What else am I missing here? Overall grade had a 78. JT Tumalau. They don't know how to spell it. I do the same thing. Just went to the Ravens. They tried to trade up, so I wonder who they were trying to trade up for, but whatever. 73 run grade, 82 pass grade. Best games were against Washington, Illinois, Purdue. Michigan kind of got after him. But, man, acceleration's a 10. Jedrick Wills Jr. is the type of guy. At 49ers fit, he's a 9. And yeah, Kenny, not everyone hates Banks. I'm high on Banks. You watch that dude block in space. He puts on a clinic. I love it. Oh, look at this silent. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. 2 good picks, but miss out on all the top defensive tackles. Oof. Now we're in a little bit of a hole, right? Now we're in a little bit of a hole because now you have to hit at defensive tackle. Now, the good news, man, we're picking soon. We're at pick 60, right? And we're picking 86. So we're not too far out. And man, we're probably going to double dip. We have 3 picks left. We got pick 75. Why is 75 not us? Oh, there we go. Yeah. We're picking 75. We traded back. We got a lot. So man, we're picking in about 15 spots. I'm going to update our big board and try to do this live on air where we chart out kind of what we want, right? So let me go to my board over here that I got. And again, if you guys have not yet, all subscribers any level get access to the 49ers Rush Draft Guide, which, man, we spent so much. 343 players graded. You want to look up academics, family, how many snaps, starts, you name it. The beast is incredible. Our book is done with the 49ers slant and a character slant on everybody. So anyway, let me update the big board and mark off who all went. So Tyler Booker, TJ Sanders, Azarie Thomas. Did I mark him off? Yes, I did. Okay, Josiah Stewart, who I like Josiah Stewart, but I have a 4th round grade on him. But he's perfect 3-4 type guy. Jaden Higgins. I did like Jaden Higgins. I had a 2nd round grade on him. He's gone. All right. JT Tumalau. He's an edge guy. Really liked him. I had a 2nd round grade on him. Like him. Dylan Fairchild. All right. People getting crazy over here. I had a 4th round grade on him out of Georgia. Tate Ratledge is gone. So both the guards for them are gone. Man. So let's see here. Darian Porter still there. Jacob Parrish still there. Demetrius Knight still there. CJ West still there. Landon Jackson still there. JT's gone. Jordan Birch still there. Jaden Higgins gone. Elijah Arroyo. Ariante Ursary is not gone, but I'm not going offensive line again. So here are the defensive tackles. And probably need to go up here and kind of change this. Let's see here. Joshua Farmer. He's definitely on the list. Omar Norman Lott. Definitely on the list. Ty Robinson. Man, probably a little bit later down. But, man, I love him. Jamari Caldwell. Freaking love Jamari Caldwell. You watch any Oregon tape, he jumps off. And, man, I'll say Shamar Turner. I know that he had that issue, but this is about where he should go. Had like a fracture in his leg at the combine. But I think that this is about the range that he should go. And, man, I'm going to put Aeneas Peebles. Those are my guys. Those are my defensive tackles, which were kind of pigeonholed just a little bit, which I do not like that. I don't like that aspect of where we are, and that's a mistake by me. Now, if you're having fun with this, guys, we got over 500 people watching this show. I love it. I didn't think I wasn't sure if people were like this, but I think it's fun. This is nothing compared to what the actual draft will be. And if you are anywhere in the Bay Area, you got to come out with us. And if you guys are on social media, Diamador Lenore just shared the 49ers Rush road trip flyer. That's right. Demo is going to be coming to our draft party. I'm so proud and honored. I've been telling you guys, I've been looking for a new favorite player on this 49ers roster because Dre Greenlaw's gone now. And I've been saying Demo's right up there. I don't think I have a choice anymore. Party with the faithful. Let's go. We're going to be at Broadway Studios over in North Beach area from 4 to 9 p.m. or until the draft ends. We might go longer. We rented the place out for the entire evening, so we could stay and party and have a great time. We're going to be there Thursday, and we're going to be there Friday for days 1 and day 2 of the draft. Diamador Lenore, you want to meet him, autograph, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be on day 1. We've got big screens, trivia, giveaways, you name it. It's going to be incredible. Day 2 is going to be awesome. That's for the hardcore draft people. Big screens everywhere, NFL Network, ESPN, plus we're live broadcasting. You are going to be covered. 49ers-centric coverage, nonstop. I'm so pumped, man. Get to meet Diamador Lenore? What? Go to 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Get your tickets now. I love it. I love it. I love it. And again, have to say thank you to our sponsors that made the event, possible. The venue we got because of Knees Up Venues, who's run by a 49ers fan that listens to the podcast that helped us out. So if you ever need help with a venue anywhere in the country, Knees Up Venues, check them out. And then the mattressguyco.com. If you got a mattress you need to get rid of and you want to do it ethically and responsibly and conveniently, go to the mattressguyco.com. They service all of San Francisco area, greater San Francisco area. And you just schedule time to come pick it up, man. It's easy peasy. You're doing the right thing, and you're supporting a diehard 49ers local company that is giving back to the community, which I love. So go check those out. We would not be able to have this event day 1 and day 2. And we also have the autographed meet and greet tickets are up for sale now. So it's $20 to get in, $50, get a picture, meet, Demo the hyena, and get an autograph, all that stuff. Man, we're not making money on this. I'm hoping we make back what we paid. Probably won't. We don't a lot of times, but we do it for the community. That's what it's about. My whole thing is I want to throw a party I would be proud of and bring the community together. That's what we're trying to do. Go get your tickets. Check it out. Check it out. Okay, we got Trey Harris just went, which I think this is about, man, why is Landon Jackson still there? I know I'm higher on him than most. And so if I'm just looking at highest rated players on my big board, if we're looking in no particular order, this is my, board on how I build it. Harold Fannin Jr., Elijah Arroyo, Ariante Ursery, Landon Jackson, Jordan Birch, Jacob Parrish. Is Maxwell Hairston gone? Did somebody take Max? Man, dude. Nobody's taken Maxwell Hairston. I mean, he's got the injuries. I don't want him here, but man, Jacob Parrish, love Jacob Parrish. Andrew Makuba, love. Darian Porter Jr. still there. Benjamin Morrison still there. Demetrius Knight, Jeffrey Bossa, CJ West. Golly, Jack Sawyer's still there. And this is why I think the trade down works. Because this is the sweet spot of the draft. We're coming up on pick 75. Like, what is the last pick? I think it's 62. I don't think 64. Yeah, it's right here. It's in color-coded, smarts. We are now rounding out the end of the second round. And I don't like the second round. Now, we got somebody that borderline first rounder that fell all the way to 55. I'm completely shocked of. But, man, when you get into this third round, it is just, it's gold. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold. White gold. Anyway. Jonas Savaiane just went. Good pick. That's very, very good pick. I don't think we're going to go 2 offensive linemen early, so probably not on our board. But, man, I mean, I have him as a guard. He was my next rated interior guy. Jared Wilson would be next, and Miles Frazier, but we're not going to do that. Defensive tackle and corner are pretty much about it. I don't think linebacker's huge, but like you have capable guys there. Corner, I don't know, man. Like you do not have a third corner. You did not sign a third corner, and you don't have defensive tackles. You ain't got a corner. You have two stud corners, but we play nickel 70% of the time. Who's number 3? Right here. Go outside of defensive tackle. Better options, all other positions. I do agree. But at some point, maybe the trade back affords us. I'm sitting there staring at Jacob Parrish and Darion Porter. They're better players. Not a CJ Westfalls. Man, do I want to trade up here? No, stay. Stay the course, ladies and gentlemen. We got a while. We're at pick 63. We're at pick 75. We got 12 picks. So let's count them. Let's count them. No particular order, but let's just find our 12. Darian Porter, 1. Jacob Parrish, 2. CJ West, 3. Joshua Farmer, 4. Omar Norman Lott, 5. Ty Robinson, 6. Jamari Caldwell, 7. Shamar Turner, 8. Aeneas Peebles, 9. Landon Jackson, 10. Jordan Birch, 11. Elijah Arroyo. Man, that's 12. But gosh, man, really, really need defensive tackle. And I saw, and so this is my problem, Silent. If we don't get a defensive tackle here, you're talking guys like Yaya Black, JJ Pegues, Howard Cross, Ty Hamilton, Jordan Phillips, Simeon Barrow. Not that I dislike those guys. Okay. I am very, very high on them. But man, and right here, Silent goes on to say, whoever we get right now isn't going to be very impactful. Dude, whoever we draft here is starting. Like, if we draft a defensive tackle, like those guys, every player I just mentioned would start. Every one of them would. Darian Porter and Jacob Parrish would start as our number 3 corner. Guaranteed over Trey Brown. Maybe not week 1 because they always do the vet crap, whatever, if he stays healthy. Demetrius Knight, he's starting at linebacker. Might be linebacker 3. CJ West, Joshua Farmer, Omar Norman Lott, Ty Robinson, Caldwell, Shamar Turner, Aeneas Peebles. Aeneas Peebles might not start because he would be the counter, the other side of the coin. He's the pass rush specialist, right? So you've got the big dude Evan Anderson on rundowns, and then you bring in Aeneas Peebles. He's your rusher. Yeah, CG Porter would be Sauce Gardner. They're built the exact same way. They have the same athletic profile. You are correct there. 1-year wonder hurts, but man, tons of D-line to grab in the late 3rd. Yeah, there are guys. CJ West or bust. Oh man, yeah, it's all opportunity cost at this point, right? And you have to weigh, man, what are we going to do? And so you got Mike Green early, then you got Josh Connerly, tackle and edge, 2 huge needs long-term. God, I want a defensive tackle, man. Oh, but man, I never even saw a mock draft where Josh Connerly fell to 43, let alone 55. We're dealing with 32 human people. Charles said I'd pick Farmer. I'd be very happy with Farmer. If you told me right now, Landon Jackson just went, okay? So he's gone. He was probably, was he my highest rated player? No, he was up there though. And so like if you told me right now we could take Josh Farmer and you could have him at 75, but you got to decide right now, I'm taking that decision. I prefer CJ West, but Joshua Farmer might be number 2. Gosh, we get into it, ladies and gents. We are getting into it, and I freaking love this. I hope y'all are having a good time, and I appreciate y'all spending your Friday afternoon, evening with me, and I hope that we are doing an adequate job and using your time wisely and having fun. And entertainment's a big deal. Friday, you worked hard all week, guys. Enjoy. Here is the beast, Omar Norman Lott. Somebody asked a question. Are you comfortable with Omar Norman Lott, and I didn't tag it. I'm doing too many things at once, and I apologize for that. But somebody asked me if I'm comfortable with Omar Norman Lott, because there are some issues there. Definitely. Oh, here we go. Silent. Any concern about Omar Norman Lott? Tested. So here are his numbers. Boom, 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 boom. Now, here we go. He 6'1", 303. He gained 12 pounds after his pro day, which I want him bigger. He was 291 at the combine, 303. Huge arms, 33, 10 3/4 inch hands, 80-inch wingspan, 5'1", 40-yard dash, not bad. 1.8 10-yard, little slow. That's really slow, actually. It's an issue. But let's see here. He did miss games because of minor injuries in 2022, 2023. I don't think there's anything chronic there. But yeah, he's a slower guy. There's no doubt about that. And why would you slim down for the combine and not run and then gain your weight and then run? I don't know who's coaching this dude over there, but like run when you're skinny. Why'd you lose all that weight? But I'm telling you, man, I mean, overall, Norman Lott is an explosive disruptor, offers high upside for a coaching staff that can harness his energy. I mean, you look at just sacks. Dude's got 13 and a half sacks. He has 4 times as many sacks from the inside as Shamar Stewart does in his career. 4 times as many sacks. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is Omar Norman. I don't like him as much as everybody else does, but he's been through Arizona State. A lot of connections with the 49ers there. They've met with him a few times. Then he transfers to Tennessee and performed even better. Like, and again, he's only got 4 starts. Like, that's the thing about Omar Norman Lott is this dude is just a pass rush specialist. That's what he is. Now, you go over to some of the analytics, and we'll see if we even have the Femi Oladejo just went. Okay, Femi Oladejo just went. Remind me to mark him off the big board later. But he's a 68 run grade. Yeah, that's not what he does. He's an 81.5 pass rush guy with an 18.8 pass rush win rate. That means 1 out of every 5 snaps, really 1 out of every 5.5. This dude wins. Like, he is a pass rush specialist. Niners need that. And you just pair, look, Evan Anderson and Omar Norman Lott are the same person. You have a complete defensive tackle in 2 bodies. Evan Anderson early, Omar Norman Lott late. And so totally cool with that. And yeah, I mean, 9 quarterback hits last year, 13 pressures. The year before, 5 sacks. I mean, he just produces in the pass rush game. Not a complete guy, right? And that's okay. Jamari Caldwell, yeah, I'm liking Jamari Caldwell. Porter is allergic to contact. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too on the tape. That was one of my biggest problems. I like Darian Porter a lot. You got to like the athletic profile. If I could spell his name right, then it would pull up. I had an 8 on him, but yeah, he has a 50 tackling grade, which is crazy because he's huge. He's 6'3", 195 with 33-inch arms. Runs a 4.3. But yeah, dude, like, 49ers spent a lot of time. He's 24, 1-year wonder. But man, Darian Porter, like, if he hits his stride, oh man, one of the most athletic, physically built corners, period. I mean, he is a freak. But he does not like 20% missed tackle rate, 36.8 run. Yeah, he sucks versus the run. And Sauce Gardner is the play style comp. Sauce Gardner doesn't like tackling either after his first year. He totally said, I'm Deion Sandering this thing. Other people are getting paid to tackle. But I am with you there. Now let me jump over to my big board. Man, this is fun. I freaking love this. And I really appreciate you guys for allowing me this opportunity to do this. So Femi Oladejo's gone, and I think that's probably about where he's going to go. The last pick in the second round to the Eagles. It's an Eagles pick. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense, sadly, and I hate it, but that's what it is. So here we are. We're at the start of the third round. We're at pick 65, and we are picking 75. So we're 10 spots out. I'm totally cool with this. We're cooking. We're jiving. I'm not. Oh, wow. Shamar Turner just went, one of our defensive tackles. Remember, he was the A&M guy, great against the run, better pass rusher than Shamar Stewart, even though he's from the inside. And he had the rod stuck in his leg, but at the combine wasn't aware of it. It seems to have checked out. ESPN put some stuff out on it yesterday. Shamar Turner, he is gone, which is a defensive tackle. So here's my question. We pick a 9. CJ West, Joshua Farmer, Omar Norman-Lott, Jamari Caldwell. Really 4 guys. I'm higher on Ty Robinson than most, but I think it's way too early for him. So if half of these picks are not defensive tackle, Alec A.O. Manor, sorry, Alec A. Just went the stud. I think Niners are really, really high on him. I have a third round grade on him. We're in the third round. Is there now? So here's my question. This has already been alluded to in the chat. Do you go with the highest rated players? Because I have second round players available. I have a second round grade on Ursary, the tackle, not taking them. But Niners do need another tight end that can be a reception boss. I have a second round grade on Elijah Arroyo and Harold Fannin Jr. I know Harold Fannin's going to fall. Is it too early? Do you go with kind of best player available as opposed to guys that will start? Andrew Makuba, Maxwell Hairston, Jacob Parrish, Darian Porter, Jared Birch. Those are my highest rated players. But man, we got to have some defensive tackles. This is the problem and why I got so upset with free agency, because now you can't get players that fall. You cannot do that. And so, we were able to take a tackle at 2 because that was just gross neglect by the rest of the league to allow Josh Connerly to fall that far. I would have taken him at 43. I was considering trading up for him because I believe offensive line is a big deal. But he's one of those that lets you get your best 5 out there. I think left tackle's where he belongs. He'd be Trent's replacement long term. But he could play right tackle. He hasn't. But, man, the athleticism, the link says he can. But now, imagine if we still had Malik Collins and we still had Leonard Floyd. We don't, and I'm not trying to throw a pity party here, but this is the negative. So whenever I complain on social media or the podcast and everybody gets pissed at me, this is why I complained. Because now you can't. You see what I'm saying? You should be able to go tight end here and get an absolute stud Elijah Arroyo that is going to be a dynamic offensive weapon for years to come and could be, when Kittle does hang it up, which is hopefully never, that's your guy. But you can't do that because you saved cash against building a better roster. For those of you that are like, oh, you had to. And dude, the 49ers have close to $40 million salary cap space left for this year. And I understand once the salary cap or the compensatory pick selection ends, that cutoff date, then you can sign some vets, but you ain't going to spend $40 million cap space. And again, you cut Leonard Floyd and you cut Malik Collins just for cash for the owner. That's the negative, right? And that's why I'm just like, missed opportunity, because now we have to. They're 4-minute windowing this bad boy out. I have not checked any of my DMs. I'm being a bad owner right now. The only person only got one trade up offer, and that was to fall back 4 spots. I'm glad we didn't take it. I'm very happy with Connerly. I'm very happy with the trade back we did make. I would have taken him at 43. And the poll, let me see here. Boom. Let me see here. Let me go to the poll that I started on that trade. So, I said, who would you take out of these 3 if the 49ers took an edge early? No trades, just these 3. And the 3 options were Josh Connerly, TJ Sanders, Darian Porter. Josh Connerly got 48% of the vote. TJ Sanders, who went right before us, so that wasn't even an option, got 42%. And then Darian Porter got 9%. So I think that we did right based on what fell to us. I think that, we did a good job there. And Charles Grant just went, which that's a good thing for us because we already got our tackle. So he was not on our short list. I do like Charles Grant, and I would be very happy to add him to the 49ers, but yeah, I don't think anybody has Charles Grant ahead of our offensive tackle, Josh Connerly. But that's just me. And yeah, he went offensive tackle, right? Charles Grant. Where do I have him at? Boop, 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 boop. There he is. Charles Grant. Yeah, third round grade on him. He goes in the third round. Ahead of he's an upside guy, which that's what the Eagles do. So shout out to whoever's drafted for the Eagles. I feel like they're doing a really good job of making picks that I think the Eagles guys like as well. Silent, appreciate the super chat, man. Yeah, Kyle Williams, is he still there? Yes, he is. And there are wide receivers have fallen this draft. Mika Egbuka went in the second round. So the wide receivers that are there still, Jalen Royals, Jalen Noel, Kyle Williams, Savion Williams, Isaiah Bond, he's off my board. Torrey Horton, I love. Pat Bryant, Ty Felton, Jack Beck, Kobe Hudson, Antoine Wells, Ricky White, Nick Nash, Restrepo. Like, there are a lot of wide receivers. I like Kyle Williams. But again, if you draft Kyle Williams, does he start for you right now? You're stuck, and it's a luxury pick. I do like Kyle Williams, and I think that he will probably go soon. I think that he does go in the third round. I don't think that this is a luxury. I mean, we're assuming Brandon Ayuk's not going to be there week 1, right? So, well, you already know what you're going to do. You're going to put, third and Juwan. He's playing the Ayuk role. He did it the second half of the season and was awesome. Almost hit 1,000 yards if the NFL wasn't soft and the Cardinals weren't soft. Ricky Pearsall's in the Debo role, right? Those are your two. And so now that number 3 wide receiver spot, which we run the fewest wide receiver 3, whatever sets in the NFL. Savion Williams just went, another wide receiver. And I think that's about where he should go. And I'm thankful he wasn't there for us. I'd take him to the 4th maybe, but he's not. You watch Savion Williams tape, it's bad. He's not a good wide receiver. He's an athlete. He's Cordarrelle Patterson. And there's a use for that, but no. But again, man, you've got a young wide receiver developing already in Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing. You went and signed DeMarcus Robinson. That's your number 3 starter. Sorry, was late on my mind there. You got your 3 starters for week 1 until Brandon Ayuk comes back. And then when Ayuk comes back, now, man, yeah, obviously injuries. And I think you have to draft a wide receiver after trading Debo. But I don't see the wide receiver position. I like our 3. I don't think Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall and DeMarcus Robinson is bad. Now, if DeMarcus Robinson gets suspended for 2 games, that sucks. But you're not going to put a rookie out there week 1. Kyle Shanahan hates rookie wide receivers early. Hates them. It needs to be a veteran. So if that's your concern for whatever DeMarcus Robinson gets suspended for that DUI, you know what I mean? Right here, Son. I like Royals as well, but he had a foot injury. No thanks with foot injuries. That's always an issue. How much time? I don't know it off the top of my head. So let me go to Royals because I'm really high on Jalen Royals, the wide receiver. But I don't have his injury status memorized. He missed his final 5 games with a right foot issue. And so that's an issue. It had a torn deltoid in his right foot. Shout out to the Beast. Yeah, I thought deltoids were in your shoulder. I'm not a smart man. But I concur. Concur? Do you concur? I concur. Concur? Doctor? Yeah. I mean, he's awesome. How did he, he practiced at the Senior Bowl. He did almost everything at the combine. So, and the medical checks are there. I don't know really what that looks like. And, that's one of the things we're flying blind when we're talking about all these draft prospects, because we don't know what those meetings are. We don't know how hell checked out, but he played through the Senior Bowl and he ran at the combine. So, but here at the third round, like, I'm cool with that. I have a third round grade on him. I'd be cool. Higgins went round 2. Sorry if I'm missing some of the chat. I apologize. My head is on a swivel. I feel like an offensive lineman. They're running a stunt, and my guy takes me outside, but then the tackle picks him up, and I got to look back over here, see who's coming backside A gap, all those things, that our center doesn't do very well, but that's okay. Caden Prather, I love him the later rounds. Yeah. And Higgins and, Mint Noel. Noel's still there, and I freaking love that dude. He could do everything. Jalen Noel, Iowa State. So my wide receiver depth chart currently, I have Jalen Royals 1, Jalen Noel 2, Kyle Williams 3, Torrey Horton 4, Pat Bryant 5, Ty Felton, then Jack Beck. Those are my next whatever. Oh, Ariante Ursary went. That's good for us because we weren't going to take another offensive tackle / guard / hybrid, whatever. So that's what we need. Man, those tight ends are just sitting there, baby. Harold Fannin Jr. and Elijah Arroyo are still there. Terrence Ferguson's still there. Gunnar Helm's still there. Woo, we cook it. We are 6 picks out. 6 picks out. Come on, give us the timer. I want to feel that close. There it is, 8:20. We're good. We'll make our pick way before that. It seems like this chat's going much faster today. Each team gets 4 minutes. We're going at about a 3-minute pace. Not bad. So what? Jalen Noel just went. There we go. Damn good pick. Jacksonville. Damn good pick. Good player. But man, why is nobody drafting corners? What is happening? Nobody is drafting corners. So let's have this debate. I have Jacob Parrish ranked higher than Darian Porter, right? And they're two diametrically opposed types of corners. You have Jacob Parrish, Kansas State, who's small, short arms, elite speed, 4.35 speed, tough as hell, mean as hell, honey badger type, wants to fight every single player ever, just mean bully corner, tough, mean, speed, small, compact, right? And then you got Darian Porter, huge, faster, longer, doesn't like tackling. He's a pretty boy, plays like a pretty boy, not great in run support. So my question to you guys, y'all got to pick one of these. Let's narrow that down now before we get to this. Let's just assume we had to take a corner. And I'm not saying that's what we're going to do, but let's narrow down our positional conversation. Darian Porter or Jacob Parrish Jr.? Who is the Niners fit? Who is the best Niners fit out of those? And so I'm curious. I want to hash this out. I'm excited about this debate, actually. Again, you got one guy that's just mean as hell but small, and then you got a guy that's huge and looks like a Greek god that's scared of contact. So let's see here. I like Porter a lot. Parrish is a gamer. Porter is a prospect. That's well said. And on top of that, Darian Porter's only played 1 year. Like, how could you not break the lineup? 6'3", 33-plus inch arms running a 4.30. How could you not play? Get the angry, mean bastard? Yeah, my people, Steven. 49ers would not take a princess on defense. Parrish or Makuba. I love me some Makuba. Hey, what happened to the board? Did they just delete stuff? Did I click on something? I didn't click on anything, did I? Oh, man. They jacked it up. I have view only, so it ain't me. I'm like, did I mess it up for everybody? Uh-oh. This is a real problem. Let me see here. Let me go over to the chat and just make sure nobody Control-Alt-deleted. Are they back up there? Oh, there they go. Now we're good. Yeah, they put them in the wrong spot. They deleted. Anyway, they'll figure it out. Anyway, Parrish, Farmer or Parrish. Tackler, please. Parrish. Niners DC takes the mean cornerbacks. Parrish, Porter. Porter's got one. Niners DC coach Sauce 2 years. Yeah, Sauce is soft. Like he was tough at Cincinnati. He was tough his rookie year, and then after that, like, I mean, yeah, Sauce got soft. He really he's still great, but anyway, Parrish, Niners like violent players. Ty Felton, I love Ty Felton, and I'm very high at Makuba. I'm very high on, but safety and wide receiver are not near. You don't have a corner 3. You don't have one. So it has to be in the conversation. Way over safety. They interviewed one safety. They have interviewed over 16 corners. You see what I'm saying? Like, they signed the one position that they signed depth at in free agency was cornerback defensively. That was the only one. They signed 3. I'm sorry, safety. They signed 3 safeties. Now they're all special team / safeties. They signed 3 and kept George Odom. Like, safety room is packed. Are they good? Yeah. But, like, corner, you got nobody. Right now, Trey Brown or Darrell Luter Jr. are going to be starting number 3 corners, and no thank you. No thank you. Yeah, somebody's messing with the filters. I'm high on Quincy Riley, too. Not until day 3. It's a little too early for me. I like Ty, but I traded 113, buddy. So you're going to be mad at me. We traded. We got 55, 86, 214. We gave 43, 113. So we don't have that 113. I'm sorry about that, man. John, do you really need to ask who's the Niner fit? Yeah, it's a 10 on my scale. I had an 8 on Darian Porter and a 10. Rush Crush, Jacob Parrish. I'm higher on Paris. Where do you have Darius Alexander? High second round pick for me. Don't skip DT again. I don't want to. And so this is the problem, Bruce, with where we are. I don't want to. But corner has to be in the conversation. But nah, if CJ West, Joshua Farmer are there, those are in that order for me. Those are my top 2 players right now. I don't give a damn. Corner's a big deal, but CJ West, Joshua Farmer, if one of those 2 guys are there in that order, not even up for debate. Not even up for debate. I'm going those guys. Now, the second round defensive tackles, Omar Norman Lott, Ty Robinson, Jamari Caldwell. I might move Caldwell a little bit higher. I might put Caldwell. It's funny whenever you rank them vertically and we stack these positions, when we do our ranks, and then you go back and you fight through it, it's harder. So here is the ranking from Dane Brugler. He has Josh Farmer the highest. Then he has Ty Robinson. Then Omar Norman Lott. Then Jamari Caldwell. He's got CJ West down. He's got him at the bottom. I'm higher on CJ West than him. I wonder why. I think just because he's not slow. I wonder why he's so low on him. I love CJ West, man. I'm such a big fan. CJ West is a beast. So, like, yeah, Hairston's still there. But, man, with that medical stuff, I am just, like, terrified of Maxwell Hairston. And, like, there are people that believe that Maxwell Hairston will go in the first round. He's got the first round talent. I mean, he is. Dane Brugler has a late first on him. But the problem is, like, he's just been hurt. And not once, twice. Like, he's had major issues in his career. Let's see here. Where is his injury history? Boop, 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 boop. Missed 5 games as a junior because of a shoulder issue. And so that was this year. And so he's got a bad shoulder. Jalen Royals just went. I've got it more detailed on mine, which I didn't mean it to sound like that. Sorry. Yeah, shoulder injury in 2024 was an issue, and it kept him from doing a lot. Like, you could tell it was an issue, and the way that he played in the run showed, and this was my problem. Now, Dane Brugler puts in his write-up. This is Maxwell Hairston. Awesome corner. I mean, he is great. I mean, you're talking, dude ran a 4.28, maybe one of the fastest. Andrew Makuba just went. Jalen Royals just went. We're picking in 3. But Maxwell Hairston, like, this is what he said, like, the want to and run support is night and day better than when he arrived, said Kentucky coaches. But whenever he had a shoulder injury, whenever I watched tape, you could tell he tried to, like, play through it. He was scared to hit. And it was even before his shoulder injury. Sorry, my nose is itching. 38.1 tackling grade, 27% missed tackle. He misses 1 out of 4 tackles. This is one of the highest out of any position. 56 in the run grade. I have, Ronald Darby comp 6 out of the fit scale. And the injuries just, it might just be his shoulder was hurt, but dude, I can't take. Darian Porter's better against the run than Maxwell Hairston. He's better. So do with that kind of, what you will, but and I think certain teams will be a lot higher on him than we are. But dude, I can't do it. I can't do it. Andrew Makuba, I hate taking him off the board. That was a good pick. Jalen Royals, he was my highest ranked wide receiver left. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that fell. And that's what's kind of cool about doing this whole process is you get a little bit of validation. RJ Mickens, safety. Woo! All right, now we cook it. I had a 4th round grade. I'm higher on RJ Mickens than I thought. A lot of people. Apparently not. He just went the 3rd round. We are a pick out, which means, ladies and gentlemen, the 49ers with pick 55 will be selecting a defensive tackle. It is just whom. And I'm sorry, everybody can throw this in the chat. You will decide CJ West or Joshua Farmer. Those are my 2. I'm going with you guys. I'm not putting a Twitter poll. You're here. I love you, and I appreciate you for being here. Farmer or CJ West? Y'all tell me. Farmer or CJ West? I'm going to... Oh, look at that. Beck just went. Oh, maybe not. It popped up in the chat that it disappeared. So let's see here. I'm going to keep count. So Farmer 1. Okay, back to 0. West 1. Back to 0. Farmer 1, back to 0. West 1, back to 0. Y'all are split. Farmer's up. West, back to 0. Farmer's up. Farmer's up 2. 1. Farmer's up 2. 1. Farmer's up 2. Man, farmer. There we go. So that's what we're doing. I'm jumping over to the chat. The people have spoken. And yeah, that was not the most scientific. 49ers select at number 55. I'm so glad we did that trade back. This is 75. I should see DT Joshua Farmer. I'm not going to hit send yet. I got to recheck and make sure he's there. Joshua Farmer. Not there. He is not there anywhere. You guys are my eyes. We're on the clock. And here's the great thing. We're picking an 11. So that is, I'm totally cool with that. I'm just waiting to see if somebody emails me, but even if somebody does, I don't want to trade back. We pick an 11 anyway. We got to get a defensive tackle. I like CJ West more, but you guys like Farmer more. And I think if we're going to be really honest, what's it called? Dane Brugler likes Farmer more as well. There's a couple guys with the name Farmer. Who would have guessed that? Not pulling up. There we go. Where is he in his ranks? Yeah, he's got a 3rd round grade. He's a top 10 defensive tackle. I'm sending it in. I'm so freaking pumped, man. I'm not trading out. I'm just going to send this. We've got no trades. I don't even care. 49ers select at number 75. Joshua Farmer, baby. This trade back, I am so freaking happy. I am so happy with what is happening. Joshua Farmer, baby. We got our DT. We are building it the right way. We took a little curveball. Ain't going to lie. And going offensive tackle, Josh Connerly. I just couldn't believe it. Building in the trenches. Now we have not 1, not 2, but 3 picks in the trenches to start this draft. We got an edge, Mike Green. We got an OT, Josh Connerly. And we got a defensive tackle, Josh Farmer. And we pick an 11. If we stayed at 43, I mean, we got this pick for free because I would have taken Josh Connerly at 43. So this next pick is free and we get a 6th rounder. You see what I'm saying? So we lost pick 113 in the trade, but now we're picking 86. Man, we cooking, baby. I freaking love this. I could not be happier than I am right now with how this turned out. So y'all let me know. How grade 10 being you love it, 1 being you don't like it. Okay. 10 you love it, 1 you don't like it, and go decimals. Let's get crazy. Taking Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle at pick 75. Y'all were here for the thought process. You were here for all that. And once we get back from this, I got to take a quick drink. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my voice. We still got some more picks to go. But once we get back from this, we're going to go through your rankings on exactly how you felt about Joshua Farmer. It is time. The 2025 49ers Rush Draft Book is available. It's up on the 49ersrush.com and our Patreon page. 343 players overall, broken down every single thing that you could ever want to know about any player, who our Rush Crush players are, what their metrics are, what their analytics are, PFF grades, film breakdowns, alignment. Do they play in the slot? Do they play out wide? Were they free safety? Background. We break down academic reports, injury reports, off the field reports, not 1 but 2 player comps for each player, where they're expected to go, where we think we're going to go, and a 49ers fit score for all 343 players. You want to see where they're ranked on a NFL style, big board, war room style? Man, we have them broken down with flag players, whether they're rush, crush, character, injury, off the field, you name it. Plus, we have our top 60, 1 through 60 players ranked. And if you want to get even more in depth, we have charts, elusive rankings, havoc ratings, drop ratings, you name it. You want to pull up running backs and you want to sort by the fastest 40 with the longest wingspan for each position. That is all available. Go to 49ers, the49ersrush.com, and it's up there on our player breakdowns. It's right there. Free to all subscribers. Patreon, if you're a subscriber, head over there. Access, it's already loaded. But if you don't want to subscribe because you really want to just make sure you just want a one and done, $20 on our Patreon page. You can pay for it. It's there. Go support. So much time went into this. Go get it now. The 49ers 2025 Rush draft page is out. All right. So let's get into some of your kind of rankings and what you guys thought about this. We got a 10, 9.1. I love it. It says trade up and grab that CB. Man, I just want to sit. We're picking at 12. And I love that we have these picks, Justin. I love that we have these picks. And there are a lot of players I really like right now that are still there. Yes, I'm hoping Darian Porter or Jacob Parrish. Hoping Jacob Parrish falls. But even if he doesn't, I still like some other guys there. 10 for positions, 9 for players. Cool with that. Sounds good getting Connerly and Farmer. Yeah. 10, 9, 9. I love it. 7. Okay, I like this. I think I would have grabbed a cornerback and risked one of the defensive fallings to 86. Yeah, let's see how that plays out. That's why I love doing these things, just because, man, you play this out. Okay, next time we know, and NFL teams do that as well, right? So I think that's big. 9.89. Would have loved to get a defensive tackle earlier, but TJ getting taken right before it's hurt. Nice job with selections and trade. I love this trade. This next pick is free. Free pick in the 3rd round? Come on, man. CJ still there at 11. Take him. Yes, I have no problem going CJ West or another defensive tackle at this next pick. Now, the good news is, because we have the TT, because we have the edge, we got the O-lineman, now we have a little bit more versatility in what we could do. We could spread it out. We're not as desperate. So CJ West would be a great pick here in a few. Omar Norman Lott went right after us. Corner is still desperate. We're desperate there, but I think that's about the only desperate spot. We're desperate at corner. Linebacker we need, not desperate. Like, you could fill a roster with your linebackers you have on roster. Interior offensive line, you can fill a roster. Wide receivers, you can fill a roster. Running backs, you fill a roster. Safeties, you fill a roster. There's only one spot that is, rough, and that is corner. That's the only one we got left. Back-to-back DTs, yes. Parrish, please. If Parrish is there, I think I would go him way over. I have Parrish way ahead. I doubt that he's there. But we're going to let it fall. We only got 11 picks to go. Kyle would have taken the toy sooner. What tight ends are available? Man, tight ends, You've got Harold Fannin Jr. and Elijah Arroyo. Yeah, so tight ends are there. Now we're in position because we traded back, we still have 2 picks left. We have 86 and then 100. I want a corner. We have to get a corner in the next 2 picks. Like that's and once we do that, that frees us up for day 3 to just go ham. You know what I mean? We aren't forced because of what they didn't do in free agency to take these picks anymore. Once we get a corner, then it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? We can get who falls. Probably trade up for CJ West. I'm not going to trade up. I'm not trading up. I'm going to sit tight. I love the depth of this class, and I'm telling you, there are so many great football players available that are still there. Jamari Caldwell's still there. If West is available, bro, I'm going to be so happy. West or Parrish for me. Tight end 3. Yeah, I think you need to move tight end. You haven't had one. You could use it. It's a little bit of a luxury, but this is a great tight end class. Am I evaluating Farmer wrong? He's 3rd down only? No, I don't think so. He's got some issues in the run game. Yeah, he's not Joshua Farmer. You're betting on the upside. He had a 61 run. His PFF scores aren't why you drafted Farmer. You drafted Farmer for who he is and what he can be. A little bit more of a production or not production. What's the word? Projection type pick. A little bit more of that, but you're betting on the traits. You're betting on the this dude led his team in sacks, team captain, smart as hell, academic all SEC, I think twice, already graduated. Donovan Jackson just went. I forgot he was there. He fell way too long. Wow. No, he's gone. Donovan Jackson went way early. Did they change that one too? Yeah, he went way early in the 2nd round. Yeah, but you're going to piss a bunch of people off in the chat. Anyway, doesn't matter to me. I'm happy with what we got. But again, back to Farmer, it's pass rush. 9.4 pass rush win rate. That's good. Not great. But 6 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, 17 pressures, had 7 sacks the year before. He's a pass rush guy. But the elite traits are 6'3", 305, giant hands, 35.25-inch arms. Like, this is a Trent Baalke kind of guy. Like, he's your prototypical 2-gap build guy that needs to be more consistent. But yeah, you've got some elite strength and length and explosiveness and production that you're getting in the 3rd round. And this is what you get in the 3rd round, guys. You're getting guys with question marks. And those exist. Those are there. I got to mark off Omar Norman Lott. We got Joshua Farmer. I freaking love it. We got Omar Norman. We didn't get him, but he's gone. So, all right. We are picking. New England's on the clock. What are we at now? We're at 77. We pick 86. So that's 9, right? Yeah, 9 picks. And man, Darian Porter, Jacob Parrish still there. And now corner's the one. Corner's the one where I'm just like, I'm a little worried about corner. Still, cornerback 3 at 100. If Jacob Parrish is there, I'm taking Jacob Parrish above anybody else. If he falls, that's who I'm going to take. Will he fall? I don't know. But the gold helmet type, he's a rush crush. Now, I would settle on Darian Porter, but we already settled that debate. We were about 9 out of 10 votes, 90% thing just on, between those two guys. But now linebackers are in play. Demetrius Knight, Jeffrey Bossa, they're in play. Safety, no. CJ West, Ty Robinson, Jamari Caldwell, those are in play. Man, edge, Jared Birch, Ashton Gilotti, Jack Sawyer, in play. Jared Wilson, center, probably a little too early. Miles Frazier, does taking the tackle Josh Connerly make guard less valuable? That's a rough one. Not taking another tackle. Tight end, in play. Harold Fannin Jr., Elijah Arroyo, Gunnar Helm, Terrence Ferguson, in play. Wide receiver, in play. Kyle Williams, in play. Running back, Shanahan, get out of the chat. Dylan Sampson, that dude would be a perfect fit. DJ Giddens, perfect fit. RJ Harvey would be my personal. I have Dylan Sampson rated way higher than all those. And not in play for me. I'm not going running back. Do I think Kyle probably will? Man. Yeah, it's tough. Best player available or need. You just got this one giant need. You know what I mean? One giant need. Flynn, if West is still there, will you do it for me, John? I need that jersey. Look at Flynn West saying, I need the West jersey. I freaking love that, man. That is awesome. What's the best center on the board? That's Jared Wilson. Easily. There are not a lot of guys. The rest are project centers that you would convert in. Marcus Ware, Luke Condra could. Ooh. And that's the thing. I don't think the 49ers are going to draft a center. I just don't think they're going to. Right? If this is a John Chapman draft, yeah, Jared Wilson would be on the short list here. Major athletic upside, but man, again, you watch Jared Wilson play, he struggles with playing against, he's a finesse guy. He's Jake Brendel, but with way more athleticism, way more talent. But like you get a lot of that. Ooh, that is bad. You know what I mean? Where he just cannot, he doesn't have the functional strength. How are you on Zaw Frazier? I like Zaw. Zay Frazier, I think is how you pronounce it. I think I read it wrong. Where do I have him at? I liked him, but not as much as everybody else did. Where did I put him? Yeah, I put him at the 6th round. Freak athlete, just hasn't played. But freak, high, if you like Darian Porter and you don't get him, then Zay Frazier is your guy. You know what I mean? Like one of those height, weight, speed, freak athletes, amazing length, ball skills, whatever. Linebackers, yeah, Demetrius Knight, Jeffrey Bossa, Danny Stutzman, Chris Paul. I saw Matt Barrows put out today his draft crush is Chris Paul. I'm lower on him than most. I have Demetrius Knight and Jeffrey Bossa a full round ahead. Who did we take? Great question, Luke. We took Mike Green in the first. There were no trade backs. We were kind of stuck. So I took who I thought had the highest ceiling at a premium position in need. We traded back in the 2nd round. And we took Josh Connerly at pick 55. Wyatt Millam off the board. We took Josh Connerly, offensive tackle, at 55. At 75, we took defensive tackle Joshua Farmer. So we got a D end, we got a DT, and we got an offensive tackle. All high upside players, which I'm usually not my thing. I'm much more of a production over upside guy, but they all fell, right? And so at 11, I did want a premium player, but Mike Green, elite production. Josh Connerly, elite experience and elite upside, but he fell to us, right? He fell to 55. Like, it wasn't like we traded up to him. He fell, and it was just kind of like, man, this is a position of need, especially long-term. He's got the upside to play left tackle. That's probably where he's best suited. Worst case is he's the swing tackle this year, but I would prefer Josh Connerly start at right tackle, kick in Colton McKivitz, or allow McKivitz to be the swing guy. Or like, that's just what I would prefer. Joshua Farmer, you're starting off, Evan Anderson is your plugger, and Joshua Farmer comes in and rushes the passer. Right? He's your pass guy that could turn into a 3-down guy. Not there yet. And then we're sitting here. We have picks 86 left. We're about 8 spots out. Kyle Williams just went, the wide receiver. I told you he'd go in the 3rd. And so we got 86 and 100. So we still have 2 picks today. And then tomorrow, good Lord, listen to these picks. Now we're going to start later tomorrow because I traded the 113. We have 138, 147, 160, 214, 227, 249, 252. And that's where we just get to get crazy. That's where we're taking running backs, wide receivers, safeties. That's you plugged. Hopefully, with these next 2 picks, we plugged what we had to. Now you get a swing, right? And all right, Kyle needs his Swiss Army knife. Draft Scadaboo. Scadaboo's a day 3 guy for me. I like him. He's not in the conversation today for me. Way too many needs. And I think I love the fact that Scadaboo has fallen here. I think he should go in the 4th, 5th round. But man, he's not. Again, if I'm going for the thing I love about Scadaboo is attitude and receiving prowess. Like, he is a great receiving option. I have Dylan Sampson, DJ Giddens, RJ Harvey all ranked over him. Scadaboo's my fourth running back available currently with what's left. And I got to add in these players that were taken. Wyatt Millum, I really liked him. I had a 4th round grade on him, though. But he's going to be a good pro, just inside only. And Kyle Williams, man, I was pretty high. Was he my number 1? Yeah, he was my highest ranked wide receiver left on the board. So I have Isaiah Bond next, but I put my rankings out before he got arrested. Isaiah Board's completely off. Wide receiver, Torrey Horton, Pat Bryant, Ty Felton, Jack Beck. Dude, Jack Beck. He is a Niners guy. Tough as hell, man. I think Jack Beck's going to land on the Rams. He's the wide receiver for TC. He's that quintessential wide receiver plus. Ultimate try hard. Not a great athlete, but just like mean. Would fight his mom for the last, bowl of cereal type of guy. You know what I mean? He's just tough. Like, he fits exactly what McVay always goes after for his wide receivers. Those bigger, not as highly athletic, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Jordan Whittington. He's that. He's that. And so I wish there was a prop bet that I could find that said Jack Beck, what is his team? Dude's going to the freaking he's going to the Rams. It's just where he's going. So we're close. How many picks we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 8 picks out. I love it. I love it. Uh-oh. People will mess with the filters again. Come on, guys. Y'all got to be better. Y'all better undo that. That's okay. That's okay. They'll fix it. They'll fix it. They'll fix it. Let's see here. Let's get back to some of y'all's questions. Did we take Connerly? Yes, we did. At 55. That trade was unbelievable. Luke Walsh, what about the guy from Sac State? Yeah, I like him a lot. Slater. Where do I have Slater at? He's one of my interior guys. I have a 4th round grade on him. Yeah, I like Slater, but not in the conversation for me here. Who is left at running back? We just went through that one. Dylan Sampson. Dude, might be a pick 100 if he falls somehow. If he falls, I like Dylan Sampson. He is just speed, man. Parrish isn't available. Look at guard. Yeah, guards here. Miles Frazier would be the pick if I went guard. Elijah Arroyo just went tight end. About time for him. I thought he should have went earlier. Very, very good pick. Very, very good pick. Very, very good pick right there. Dude, there's still a lot left. Just on my initial board that I built before the 2nd round started, Darian Porter, Jacob Parrish, Demetrius Knight, CJ West, Ty Robinson, Jamari Caldwell, Aeneas Peebles, Jordan Birch, still there. That was before the 2nd round started. That was pick 33. Ty Felton just went. Good pick. Wide receiver run. This is it. The wide receiver run is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Williams, Elijah Arroyo, who's, Jack Beck did go earlier. Oh, I missed that one. My bad, guys. That's on me. That's on me. I remember that. I got so excited we were next. I got too excited. All right, so we're getting close. We're in range. And golly, man, I'm feeling spicy. Now, my question is, Harold Fannin Jr. is there. I value him so much. CJ West is there. Jacob, dude. So here's my rush crush players, okay, that are available. Jacob, I did 18 of them, but the 3rd round I have Aeneas Peebles just went. Again, another guy that was on my list. He's gone now. Pass rusher. Like, I would not get Aeneas Peebles and Joshua Farmer because I feel like they're kind of redundant. Like, they're both pass rush specialist guys. But anyway, so here are my rush crush players that are available. Jacob Parrish, probably the highest ranked player on my board. CJ West, rush crush. Aston Jaloti, who's an edge, rush crush guy. Harold Fannin Jr., rush crush guy. RJ Harvey, running back, rush crush guy. Part of me says here, man, I might just I want one of these guys. Jacob Parrish, CJ West, that's my short. Torrey Horton just went. My top-ranked wide receiver available. I tell you, the run of wide receivers is happening, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening. I clicked the wrong button and messed up my whole chart. There we go. I'm doing what they do. There we go. Torrey Horton's gone. Yeah, CJ West and Jacob Parrish. Harold Fadden Jr. might be in this conversation. I'm just going to be real. So Jacob Parrish, CJ West. Those are the two guys. Parrish would be the number one because it fits a bigger need. And remember, this is pick 86. We pick at pick 100. Man, dude, if it falls, I'm not trading up. I'm going to be diligent. I'm going to be patient. Love getting Connerly in the second, like the Farmer pick, right? Love Connerly, like Farmer. I'm cool with that. Cornerback or linebacker next? Yeah, Darian Porter just went. Oh, Darian Porter just went. I'm thankful for that. Steelers drafting Darian Porter? I don't know if he's a Steelers guy. That's okay. Connerly at 55 is insane value. I agree. Brash. John, how do you feel about Jaw Joyner? I like him a lot. I saw Brad interviewed him. I didn't get to watch that yet. I do like Jaw Joyner. I'm pretty high on him. I have him as a 5th round prospect. There were some issues, tightness, some different things there, but I'm not against it. 5th round, I'm cool with. And I think the Niners like him a lot. Very good against the run, all that stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see here. Trent will miss some games. Connerly drafted. Yeah, I like that. Scattaboo, late 4th, 5th. That's where I have him too. And Steven, personally don't want Scattaboo. I get it too. He's kind of like the hipster pick. And sorry, Paul, if you're watching, I love you. You know that. But I don't know, man. There's some things that I am concerned about Scattaboo. One, he's got the most wear and tear on his body of any running back. Now, he's played through it all, but somebody that's been run into the ground, that's it. He's slow. He's not fast. He's a jack of all trades kind of guy. Wills his way to a lot. Can you do that at the NFL level? I don't know. Yells at teammates, yells at coaches, but it's from passion, so that's good. But, there's some issues there. And the fact that he couldn't, run at the combine, he couldn't run at the pro day, this is an old running back without juice that has just been run into the ground. Yeah, Beck did get picked. Let's see here. Dante Thornton is the deep threat we need. He is that. I am super low on Dante Thornton. If you like Dante Thornton, here's what I tell everybody. If you like Dante Thornton, go watch Keandre Lambert-Smith because he's that physical freak, speed, all those things, but is actually a wide receiver. Dante Thornton I don't know, man. I don't think he's a wide receiver. I think he's an athlete. Man, we're 3 spots out. All right, we've got 3 guys that we're narrowing this down to. We're going Jacob Parrish, CJ West, and I might say Harold Fadden Jr. here. I just freaking love him. Yeah, I don't think those 3 are going to go, but man, I'm sitting here saying Demetrius Knight's bigger need, right? But man, there's so many linebackers that are falling. It's so Jacob Parrish and CJ West make the most sense. Jacob Parrish, Benjamin Morrison, I'm out on, the injuries and all that kind of stuff for him, but he's a damn good player. I'm going Jacob Parrish, CJ West, and Harold Fadden Jr. is what I'm looking at right now. Maybe I should go Jamari Caldwell, though. I love Harold Fadden Jr. I want him so freaking bad. I just love that. I have a 2nd round grade. God, I love that dude. Some of the funnest tape I've ever seen. Double down on DT and get West. Yeah, I would like that. Fadden here. There are so many defensive tackles available later. If we don't go tight end here, which isn't as big a need for the 49ers, right? You have your tight end 1 and 2, but you don't have a receiving option. I love Terrence Ferguson. I love Gunnar Helm. Aronde Gadsden I like. Mitchell Evans I'm cool with. Jalen Connors late. Ugh. That's hard, man. I like Fannin. I love Fannin. I have to get Parrish here, though. You don't have a starting corner. You don't have a starting. What did they do? Did they just move things around? We're 1 pick away. Is that they keep messing with it? Yeah, it goes 83, 85. They deleted somebody. I'm gonna wait. I don't want to get my hopes up here. They deleted a whole team. Anyway, there. No, they'll figure it out. I'm glad. I'm so happy I'm not running this. I'm just like, I'm I'm very, very happy with my role in this whole thing. And I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful. And sometimes people get really mad about a lot of things. And I really want to talk about this, but I'm thankful I get to do what I do. My intent was never to upset anybody. I was planning on doing this. A listener recommended that I do this, and so I did it. I did not understand he wanted to do it with me. I didn't hear from him until after we finished yesterday, and he was very upset. So I tried to talk to him. He was very, very mad, lots of cuss words, and it just didn't go well. And then by that point, it was like, this is not somebody I really want to associate with. But he put a lot of stuff out there online, and that's okay. I'm not here to, I don't know. It was never my intent. I tried to patch it up. It didn't work. Anger got the best of the situation, sadly, and so I just had to move on. Oh, look at there. Benjamin Morrison, gone, who we just brought up. But I say all that to say, there's no way you're going to make everybody happy. And my job is to create positive experience for the community. And it was just a misunderstanding that went wrong, and then got very angry. And man, I feel like I didn't like the way that it ended, but I know that there's some stuff out there. A bunch of people keep asking me to respond, and I'm not going to respond to it. I don't want to paint anybody in a negative light, but I also don't want to surround myself with people that, are going to attack and all that stuff. That's just not who I am. But anyway, I'm having a blast, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this process. We're one pick away. So now it is Jacob Parrish or CJ West. There's no conversation. Man, I like Jamari Caldwell, but I have a full round CJ West ahead. I know Dane Brugler's lower on him, but I freaking like CJ. So Jacob Parrish is who I'm hoping for. Benjamin Morrison is gone. Maxwell Hairston's still there. Oh, and then we get a pick again. This has been a long show, but a fun show. What are we at now? 2 hours? Oh, man. I freaking love my life. You guys are the best, man. You guys are the freaking best. John, who's your tight end after Fannin and your cornerback after Parrish? So I have Parrish, then Maxwell Hairston, which might be okay taking Hairston soon. This is the round he should go. But Denzel Burke, who I'm very high on, all my third-round corners are gone. So I have a second-rounder on Jacob Parrish and Maxwell Hairston. All my third-round corners are gone. Then I get into fourth-round corners, Denzel Burke, Noel Williams, Dorian Strong, Zy Anderson, Kobe Bryant. Now, if we're going to tight ends, Harold Fannin, I have a second on. I have 2 third-round grades, Gunnar Hellman, Terrence Ferguson. And then fourth round, Rondé Gadsden, Mitchell Evans. Anyway, no, it's Silent sounds soft like Darian Porter. God, I love you. God, I love you, Silent. Jacob, good show. Time flies. Yeah. Fannin here, best remaining off. I've got to wait. Corner or tackle here. Corner attack. And ideally, man, I want Fannin. I want to be so pissed. But the problem is corner, and part of me's like, what if we just don't go defensive tackle? What if we get, at pick 100, Jamari Caldwell or Ty Robinson or CJ West will be there? But it's a bigger need. It's much bigger need. We got to get guys. It's Jacob Parrish. Man, linebacker. Linebacker's a bigger need too. I hate that. I'm sitting there looking at Fannin, and I'm just, everybody wants Fannin too. Man, that's rough. Yeah, Benjamin late. Wow, lined up on a fourth round cornerback. Let's see here. I love Gadsden and Fannin. I think the Niners like Conyers later, though. That's my thing. This is a better tight end class than it is a corner class. It just is. And it's not as big a need. So we could reach on Conyers later, and I'd be very happy. Yeah, but man, I love Fannin. I just know he's going to be good. I know it. Yeah. I'm not taking Fannin over Parrish. Parrish is my number one, and it's not close. It is not close. Like Maxwell Hairston, still that injury in the shoulder. Does he fit what we do? I get that. Parrish's best pick right now. The shoulder issue and just how I don't think Charles. I love Maxwell Hairston. Jacob Parrish went motherfucker. He went right before us. God. Well, sometimes. Damn it. This is the draft. We got sniped twice, man. TJ Sanders went right before us. And then Jacob Parrish went right before us. And so, yeah, that sucks. But CJ West is going to be the decision. Let me check. I got somebody that's offering to trade back. Circling back to see if Newsome for... Oh! We do have a player trade, not for 86, no. Not for 86. So Greg Newsome, the Browns GM, we've been talking about possibly trading. Greg Newsome for 86 is good, but it's too rich for me. And I'm not sure the Niners are going to do it. How about this? Pick 92 and 172 for 86. 92, or just take CJ West right here. We fall back 10 spots. I don't know if we're going to do all those trade backs. I think we just take CJ West. I think we just take the guy. We've got a guy that fell, add a need that gives us 2 defensive tackles. Sorry, I'm just going to say sorry, going to stay. Good offer, though. So I'm going over. I'm doing what's best. I think 49ers select DT CJ West. I'm taking him. And so it's just West. I'm not taking Harrison. I don't think he's a great fit. I'm taking CJ West. It's done. I've sent it through. I'm happy with it. You fall in love with these guys, but CJ West is a rush crush guy. I freaking love him. I like him way more than Dane Brugler. And we get him late. And this was a bonus pick because of the trade back. So, I am not upset at all. Was it what I wanted? No. Met with the 49ers not once but twice at the Shrine Bowl and the formal meeting. And, yeah, this is a Shrine Bowl guy. 6'1", 316, shorter arms, shorter hands, shorter wingspan, but fast. 4.9 speed, good. 1.73. His burst is great, right? So 2-gapper, run game, upper body strength, perfect pairing with Josh Farmer. Josh Farmer got the pass rush upside. I like this. 2-gapper, run game, upper body strength, beast first the run. Had an 88.1 run grade. 11.4 run stop rate, great. And it's not like he's awful against the pass either. A 73 pass grade. Had a 70.1 true pass rush grade with a 10.2% pass rush win rate, right? I'd like it to be higher, but that's not bad. Amazing versus double team. Hands are A+. Just keeps old lineman where he wants them. Can play an even or odd front. Best game was against Michigan. Great at holding the point of attack. Speed is impressive for his size. Yeah. I like it. He played linebacker in high school and just got bigger and bigger. Poona Ford is my player comp for him, right? Poona Ford is one of my all-time favorites. I remember when he went undrafted, I thought everybody was insane, and now he's one of the top-paid defensive tackles in the NFL. Maxwell Harrison went pick after us. I love this pick. I love it. Yeah. I'm very happy with CJ West. So our draft haul now: Mike Green, Josh Connerly Jr., Joshua Farmer, CJ West. Now, corner is a major need. I don't know what else to say. And we pick 100. Our next pick's not till 138. Do I pick up the phone and say we'll give you pick 100 for Greg Newsome? Plenty of good cornerback choices in the 4th. We got Quincy Riley. But again, man, we don't pick. We pick 138, guys. We traded. We don't. That trade up to get CJ West, we lost pick 113. So we pick 100, then 138. Those are both compensation picks at the end of the round. So we have a 3rd round pick, and then you're not going to see anybody that's even close for a while. So I love that we went defensive end, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, defensive tackle, right? All trenches, 4 straight trench picks. And man, linebacker is going to be staring us in the face at 11. One pick before us, man. It's crazy how this draft stuff goes. We got sniped twice. TJ Sanders and Jacob Parrish. Sniped. They went straight for the they went straight for us, man. But we got CJ West. I do like that. And I'm very happy with it. And this is with trading back and getting an extra pick. And we're still sitting here, staring down pick 100. And like, guess what, guys? We still have needs. West is going to be good on the outside as a quarterback. I love it, Jacob. Yeah. Yikes. Take CJ West, start him at nickel. Fannin at 100. If he's there, I think I got to. We did learn trading back and not getting a DT early cost us a chance at getting a good tight end. We don't know yet, but yeah, we're talking. And this is the problem. And this is why I was so upset during free agency is you have so many. Defensive end, 2 defensive tackles. You got to get a corner. You got to get a linebacker. That's 5. You don't have to get a tight end, though. You don't have to get a tackle, though, right? So, like, we have 4 picks. We've used 4 picks. But, like, you did not shore up the depth. It doesn't matter how the draft goes, the actual draft for the 49ers. You are going to be sitting there going, yeah, but you didn't this. What about here? There's no way you could fulfill all the holes. There's no way. Now, the good news is we have a ridiculous amount of picks left. We have 8 picks left, right? 100, 138, 147, 160, 214, 227, 249, 252. You got picks. You got a lot of picks. I mean, this dude's trying to unload. Shoot. I could send. You want me to send pick 100 to the Cleveland Browns for Greg Newsome III? Dude would start at corner for us easy. And they basically have said like he could find a trade. They're trying to trade him. We didn't get our corner. Would you be comfortable that Demetrius Knight is still available? The 49ers draft is Mike Green early. We traded back, picked up an extra third. We got Josh Connerly, offensive tackle, Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle CJ West. That's where we're sitting right now. We are about 10 picks out, 11 picks out from pick 100. So that's the draft with where we are. And I love it. I really like what we've done. But, like, would you guys want to send pick 100 straight up for Greg Newsome III? You're trading for a veteran player. Y'all got to tell me, no, yes, do the trade. Like, you want a starter, you get better if you do that trade. You get better right now. Plug and play. Your cornerback 3 is done. Let me look up his contract. Greg Newsome, the second. I said the third. He's the second. He has 2 years left on his rookie deal. No, that's not right. He's 25. Why has he got an extra year on his deal? I don't understand how this worked. Did they sign him to a 1-year deal? Yeah. No, I don't understand. I'm confusing something here. But anyway, send it. He's a great fit. I agree. Wait till we're on the clock. Send it. I would do it. No way on Newsome. Trade this early. Maybe a 6th. Players like that don't always go for a later pick. What if I message him right now and say, hey, I'll trade you pick 138 for him? Is that what we have next? 138? But we got to do it now? No. Fannin or Jalota. Yeah, there's so many top-tier players. Demetrius Knight just went. Damn. It hurts. That was a really, really good. That's a really good pick. So Jeffrey Boss is still there. So again, like, if I'm looking at best players available, I don't want to go corner. Denzel Burke's my next guy, but I have 5 corners bunched together in that 4th round. Denzel Burke, Noah Williams, Dorian Strong, Zy Anderson, Kobe Bryant. And that's not even mentioning Quincy Riley, Zaw Frazier, Jason Marshall. So we're waiting on corner. The board, maybe we should have went Jacob Parrish earlier, but that's okay. It went the way that it did. Jared Wilson just went the starting center. Like there are still guys that are starting caliber players. Okay. Who are those? Jeffrey Bossa. I freaking love that dude. He'd be our linebacker 2 right now. Ty Robinson. We're not going 3 defensive tackles. We're skipping over that one. They messed up the board again. Jordan Birch. We want to go 2 edges. Why not? I think I'd prefer to wait, but Jordan Birch, I have a freaking second round grade on. I love Jordan Birch. I love Ashton Jaloti. I love Jack Sawyer. I love Kyle Kennard. I love Jared. Like, there are some great edge players here. But, again, we're not going to have a pick for a long time. Miles Frazier, you want to plug him in at guard? Good gosh. Oh, that would be badass. I love the offensive line way more than the 49ers do. Yeah, that should be discussed. Man, you get Miles Frazier, and you just plug him in at left guard, and you've got freaking greatness at your guards for a long time. I wouldn't be upset at all. At all. Harold Fannin Jr., obviously. Gunnar Helm and Terrence Ferguson, I'm fine with. Wide receiver, Pat Bryant, I'd be cool with. Kobe Hudson, I'd be cool with. Running back, listen to me. Dylan Sampson, dude, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Dylan Sampson, DJ Giddens, or RJ Harvey. I have 3 third-round running backs. Oh, I don't believe in drafting running backs early, but damn, I would not be upset about this. I like Zaw Frazier later. I'm with you there. You want to go running back. One wrong step from CMC. Dude, running back is this is the pick that Kyle Shanahan used on Ty Davis Price. This is a pick that he traded up for Trey Sermon. This is what he does, right? This is just where he picks those guys. And again, this is much more of a predictive mock than anything. I would prefer to wait on running back, but this is such a solid running back class. Now there is value. There is not 1, not 2, but 3 third-round running backs available. Dylan Sampson is awesome. I would not be mad. David Walker would be fun. Edge, I like David Walker. I have a lot of guys. Edges went so fast in this draft and then cooled off. Dude, where do I have him? Yeah, David Walker. So like, here's my edge rankings. In whatever particular, like Jordan Birch, Ashton Jaloti, Jack Sawyer, Kyle Kennard, Jared Ivey, Tyler Barron, David Walker, Savion Jones. There are a lot of edge guys. One of those guys is going to fall to 38, 138. Man, we got our tackle. We're not touching that. So here's what I'm thinking right now. You guys, y'all talk to me about this one, right? I'm looking at the big board. Let me do it this way. I'm sitting here saying, all right, let's just play a game, okay? Ashton Jaloti just went, I think, but they messed up the board, so I don't want to. Dylan Sampson, awesome, right? Harold Fannin would probably be my number 1. Awesome. Who else is just like, you're sitting there watching and you're just like, yeah, right? You know what I mean? Jeffrey Bossa, awesome. Golly, man. That's a starter. Denzel Burke, no. Is there safety there? Billy Bowman. I'm really high on Craig Woodson. It's too early. Jonas Sanker, Jalen Reed. Man, I don't think we'd go 3 defensive tackles. Maybe we should have waited on CJ West. This is fun and hard. Miles Frazier is awesome. Golly, man. Those are wide receivers. My number 1 wide receiver. You guys tell me. Pat Bryant's a full round ahead of everybody else. I love Pat Bryant, and he plays the X, role, what you need. But man, those 3 running backs, I'd be cool with. I love RJ Harvey. Like, if I could have like a certain running back fall to the 49ers, RJ Harvey from UCF in Kyle Shanahan scheme is just like so scary. And then you got Jordan Birch, who's sitting there, man. Golly, I got a second round grade on him. We talk about best player available. If you're worried about Mike Green, why not double down on edge? Too many running backs to go this early. I'd take the edge or running back, says my man Mosquito Killer. Fannin, yeah. Walker went in round 2 to the Bears. I'm not seeing it. I'm scrolling up now. I'm going through all the picks. I am not seeing Walker. Deion Walker went. Yes. Deion Walker did go, not David Walker. Sorry if I didn't misrepresented what somebody said in the chat. I assume David Walker. Get starters first. The 49ers always do that, right? And so if get starters first, then you're talking Miles Frazier, Jeffrey Bossa. Those are the two guys that are like, yeah, those are guaranteed starters, right? Control F. That's what I use for everything, but I can't. I'm on view only, and I'm just like, dude, I'm scared to mess anything up for these guys, so that's why I keep scrolling. Fannin got open way easier than Pat Bryant just said. Yeah, I mean, Pat Bryant's a long X speed guy, and not a starter. Harold Fannin Jr., not a starter. If we're going starters, Jeffrey Bossa, Miles Frazier, those are your guys. If we're going best player available, Fannin would be the guy. Billy Bowman, I don't want a safety here. I don't want a defensive end. Like, dude, Jack Sawyer and Jordan Birch, those are damn good picks. That would make our team very, very good. Oscar's always trying to help me. I love you, man. He says, top left. Oh, look at that. You know what? I never knew that was there. I'm not an Excel guy. I hate it, as a matter of fact. Pat Bryant, similar to JJ, last year, Juwan Jennings' contract with the Niners. Birch over Sawyer. I have Birch over Sawyer as well, Silent. I agree with you there. Whew. Did they fix this? Are they back now? Are we back? Where are we at? We're at pick 91. We're 9 picks out. We have pick 100. And we'll be back tomorrow. Now, tomorrow I'm going to start a lot later. Now, tomorrow goes way faster. And I'm probably not going to trade. I'm just going to stay pat. But our first pick is 138. So we might not start until like 5:15 tomorrow. We're going to do the whole third round because we're maniacs. That's what it is. Yeah, Fannin's there. Shit. This is hard, guys. Vernon Broughton. Hook 'em, baby. I like Vernon Broughton. I did not have him in this realm, though. Dang, that's crazy. They went really high on Vernon. That's okay. I mean, he's a good player. So good for them. And I think this is I think it's a little earlier than where he should go. JJ likely leaves next year for a big payday. Yeah, I don't think the Niners can afford to pay him. Yeah, I was too. Invader, I'm curious your thoughts, man. You are the resident draft guy. Here's our draft haul so far. Defensive end Mike Green at 11. We couldn't trade back. We traded back for 43. We got 55, 86, 214. But we lost 43, 113. So we got Mike Green early. Josh Connerly fell to us at 55. Defensive tackle Josh Farmer, 75. Defensive tackle CJ West, 86. And we're about to pick at 100. So 2 defensive tackles, an offensive tackle, and a defensive end. Yeah. I like it. Man, who did they pick? Yeah, Vernon Broughton was their guy. So shout out to the Ravens. Good dude. Let's see here. I don't want to talk about other content creators get into it. Love you guys. Yeah, y'all can talk about it. I'm not talking about that. Marcus, you're a Texas fan, John. Why have you never mocked Cameron Williams to us? Kyle loves his shuttle time. Cameron Williams is okay. So not only am I a Texas guy, I coached at Duncanville. Cameron Williams is a Duncanville kid who goes to Texas. I don't think he's the best fit for us. And his ceiling is awesome. There's no doubt about that. The problem is just how raw in the penalties and like it's Like people all the time tell me how much of a homer I am with Texas, but Texas runs the same scheme on offense and defense, and they are going to have the second most players drafted, right? Like, so that's kind of why that issue is there. Now, he didn't run the 40. Like, he's got some bad weight on him, and he didn't really, he's rehabbing right now. He didn't even run the short shuttle. Like, he's a big dude with a lot of bad weight on him, 6'5", 317, and he's raw. Now, he's huge, 11 and 3/8 inch hands, maybe the biggest hands ever. 34.5-inch arms, 84.5-inch wingspan. I mean, he is just a raw stud. I mean, he is incredible, but so inconsistent, doesn't move great in space. You want to put him at guard in our system. That's probably where he should be. But I'm just low on him. I don't like Isaiah Bond. I don't like Quinn Ewers. I don't like Cameron Williams. Now, I like him. I don't like him as a fit for us, right? Like, I think he's a good kid. And, yeah, I've talked to coaches that, have been around him. I love all those things. But I just don't think it's a fit. What did I put on my fit score for him? Because I want to be accurate and consistent. Cameron Williams. Let me pull it up on the 49ers rush book here. Yeah, I put a 5. I put a 5 on the 49ers fit score, which is really low. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I mean, he came to Texas weighing 370. Now he's down to 317, and that's good, but he's still got bad weight on him. So, like, can he get small? Amarius Mims, that's who he is. Elite traits, elite up. Jamari Caldwell just went. Good pick, Cowboys. Elite traits, but I was so out on Amarius Mims. I don't like that style player. I just don't. Not in this scheme. Now, Amarius Mims moves way better and is injured all the time. But here's what I wrote. Feet are too heavy. Elite frame potential, but is very undisciplined. Lots of penalties. He jumped off sides all the time, man. I said a lot of cuss words in my life because of Cameron Williams in Texas. But I do like him. I just don't think he's a fit. So that's why I don't ever mock him there. Let's see here. What else we got? Boom, 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 boom. Edge, OT, 2 DTs. Awesome. Now it's cornerback time. The cornerbacks that we want went right ahead of us. And I do not have another third-round grade on any corner. I have only fourth-round grades. And the problem is I've got a bunch. I got guys just like I have 5 fourth-round grade corners. Denzel Burke, Noel Williams, Dorian Strong, Zy Alexander, Kobe Bryant. If I took one of them here, it's a reach. Now, the problem is with our trade back. The problem is we don't pick until 138. So we're picking we're picking at 100 and then 138. End of the fourth. But my 5th round grades I like. Justin Wally out of Minnesota, I like a lot, but major health issue. Quincy Riley, I love. And so John Marshall, I'd be cool with soft rate. I'm cool with those guys in the 4th. So the fact that I have 9 guys that I am okay with at corner in the 4th round, I don't think all 9 guys go before 138. Well, 9 corners go in 38 picks. That's the question. I don't think that's going to happen, right? So I'm choosing to wait on corner. We wanted to go Jacob Parrish earlier. He went 1 pick ahead of us. We got sniped. And so, yeah, I'm with you. Corner's the biggest need on this roster now. If we went Mike Green, Josh Connerly, and Joshua Farmer, and CJ West, corner and linebacker are now the biggest needs on this roster. Linebacker's a big need, and we might be going linebacker here. Birch would probably be the highest rated player. Yeah, I have 2 second-round players left. Harold Fanta Jr. and Jordan Birch. And damn. But there's a lot of edges I like late. There's not a lot of linebackers I like late. That's why I'm bumping Jeffrey Bossa up. So my board right now, Harold Fanta Jr., Jeffrey Bossa, and then those running backs, they're staring me in the damn face, aren't they? Dylan Sampson, DJ Giddens, RJ Harvey. I know it's early, but I do think running back is a big need. You trade, and again, I've mentioned this a couple times the past few days. Ozzie Trapillo just went. good plug-and-play guy for the Ravens. That dude starts week 1, and you are A-okay at right tackle. I'm rewatching the 2024 season. In the morning, I just walk on the treadmill, watch silent, listen to music, whatever. Jordan Mason, this team would have had 2 fewer wins without Jordan Mason. The way that he held this team together through those first 6 weeks. We finished 3-3 during that time, which is not good. Jordan Mason was unbelievable. And probably Juwan Jennings, those were the 2 guys you just had to have. And so you traded them away for money. You didn't really get better picks. Running back's a need. And so if Christian McCaffrey's healthy, you're great. But if he's not, Isaac Rendo flashed. And, man, it's funny because the Cowboys game, I thought was Isaac Rendo's best game. The Cowboys game was his best game. I really believe that. And everybody talks about the big runs at the end of the games and whatever else. But, I thought his best game was his earliest work. And whenever Isaac Rendo was dependent upon late, he struggled. All of them are inside runs. And I've talked about it. If for some reason, and I hate saying this, but if for some reason Christian McCaffrey is not a full go, you have the worst running back room in the NFL right now. If, right? Asterisk. Now you're betting on Christian McCaffrey coming back, but that's scary. Running back is a big need, a gigantic need. And I'm not for taking a running back early, but with the way the board has fallen, Dylan Sampson he's in best player available territory. I have a high third round grade on Dylan Sampson. And so the fact that he's here late, I know there's a lot of running backs later. So I'm not going to put DJ Giddens and RJ Harvey, even though RJ Harvey's a rush crush, who have third round grades on all 3 of those. I have a high third round grade on Dylan Sampson. He's like a number 70 overall player for me. Here we are picking at 100, right? So But yeah, Birch is really, really high for me. Need another edge in linebacker. I agree. Fannin has exciting highlights, but didn't play any quality. That's not true. Yeah, that's not true. You watch him against Penn State, against Texas A&M. Was it Texas? Here, I got it in my write-up. Yeah, I disagree with that take. Now, did he play them reliably? No. But yeah, it was Texas A&M. I mean, dude, he destroyed both of those teams. So you're talking, an SEC great, potential team. What was his yards against those 2 teams? It was insanity. I got to look up his thing. Oh, here we go. Penn State, Harold Fannin Jr. had 11 catches, 137 yards, and a touchdown. Against Texas A&M, he had 8 catches, 145 and a touchdown. Now, small sample size, but the 2 games he had, oh, geez, man, he killed it. Do you have a wide receiver target for later rounds at the moment? Jared Ivey just went. Good pick. Dude, there is edge value that lasted. Why are they not taking Jordan Birch? What do they know that we don't know? Or do we just know more than them? So my wide receivers, Pat Bryant, I have a full round ahead of anybody else. I love Kobe Hudson, Anton Wells Jr., Ricky White, Nick Nash, Xavier Restrepo. Those are my 5th round guys. I only have 1 4th round wide receiver left. Now, here's the thing about wide receiver for me. I got to take a drink. I'm starting to lose my voice. I got 2 shows tomorrow, man. I got an early show with my man. Man, my voice is just going out. Larry Kruger. So we're going to do a show in the morning, and then we're doing this in the afternoon. I might need to get somebody on with me because I don't know if I could do another 2.5 hour show. I got to get ready for the draft, man. We're warming up. But the thing about wide receiver is this. The 6th and 7th round are loaded. I had to expand and add columns to my 6th round wide receivers. I had so many. The most I've ever had graded in one round of one position. And I mean ever for any round. here's my 6th round guys. Tez Johnson, Caden Prather, Jalen Lane, Keandre Lambert-Smith. That's a rush crush guy. I love Keandre Lambert-Smith. Elijah Badger, Will Shepard, Dante Thornton Jr. I was counting, but I didn't count. What's that? 3, 6, 7. I have 7 6th-round wide receivers. And then you get to the 7th round. Kyron Lacey, you're not taking him. He's got murder charges, but he's 7th-round wide receiver. I don't remove players from my board. Ja'Cory Brooks, Theo Weiss Jr., Zachary Franklin, Samuel Brown Jr., Rock Taylor. That's a rush crush guy. So there are guys late at the wide receiver position. There's no value to be had here. Pat Bryant would be the wide receiver if I took one, but I've got a 4th-round grade on. Wide receivers just went off the board. And this isn't a great wide receiver class. It really, really isn't. And so I'm fine just punting that position. Maybe you could add a veteran wide receiver late, something like that. Let me see if we got any trades coming through. Oh, we got a couple. I traded 138. Man, Seattle is just freaking more. I already traded that pick. Seattle's sending me trades for picks I don't have. I already traded that. Seattle is just like actually the guy that's running Seattle has actually been pretty cool. I think he's working, and so I think that's kind of the issue. But that's okay. Oh, here's a trade from Anthony Russo. He says pick. I don't know which team he's controlling. I have it in my notes. 100 and 214 for 110 and 192. No, that's a no for me. No, not enough. And so, yeah, we'd fall back 10 spots, but we would jump up 20 spots. That's just not worth it for me. It might work on the point scale, but I'm just saying no. I want to make my pick. Oh, Chris Paul Jr. just went. Linebackers getting stretched thin. And linebacker's a huge need. And this is not a good linebacker class. But to be fair, here's my linebacker ranks. I have 1 3rd-round linebacker left. That's Jeffrey Bossa. He would start for us. Clean evaluation. Then my 4th-round guys are Danny Stutzman, Chris Paul Jr., Barrett Carter, Teddy Buchanan. Chris Paul just went. So I still have 3 3rd-round linebacker grades. And then, I'm fine with some of the late-round linebackers. Like in the 6th round, Jay Higgins, he's probably going to be gone. I don't think he's going to be in my range. I love Smile Mondon Jr. He's a rush crush guy. Eugene Asante, Jalen Walker. Like there are some guys late I'm cool with. And I'm even cool taking some of the safeties to convert down. Like that is a possibility as well. So, Kenton Crawford from Nevada, that's a 7th-round guy that you could do it. But man, Jeffrey Bossa here would be badass. It really, there's just not enough picks. And that's just something that you have to come to terms with. I do like Buchanan. I like Teddy Buchanan a lot. I have a 4th-round grade on him. I think that's about where he is. I know he's a local. I thought I was high on him. I'm curious where Teddy, he spells his name weird, but I'm curious where Dane Brugler has Teddy Buchanan. He doesn't spell it that weird. Buchanan. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find him. There's a lot of Buchanans. I don't think there is, actually. Turns out there is. So he has a 5th round. So Teddy Buchanan is Dane Brugler's 13th ranked linebacker, 5th-round grade. So I'm higher on him than. So yeah, I have a 4th-round grade. He's not on my short list here. He's not on it, but I do like him. Oscar, appreciate you, brother. Question: if you don't take Fannin at 100, then who's available at 138? Do you want to be relegated between choosing somebody with less talent or a one-trick pony who's either a pass catcher or a blocker only? Because of the 49ers roster at tight end, right? You have George Kittle does everything, ace of everything. And then you have your blocker tied up for the next 2 years, the contract. Maybe, Jed York's given out some 2-year contracts and cut them for cash reasons only. But you brought in Farrell as your blocking guy. You need the move tight end. So now in my opinion, I think Harold Fannett Jr. is at the top of the move tight end. So you're talking about a perfect fit. Plus, he's a great blocker, but he's small. He's a move tight end. I'm cool getting a move tight end later because that's what you need. But again, this is the dilemma, right, Oscar? So let's say we go Fannett Jr. here at pick 100. If he's there, that's not a certainty. I doubt he falls that far. But if he does, you don't have a linebacker. You know what I mean? So, like, we're talking a tight end 3 that's the best player available, a perfect scheme fit, and Kyle Shanahan could do some mad, crazy things with Harold Fannett Jr. He's the highest player on my board by a lot versus a linebacker starter. There's no whatever. And if this process has taught me anything, right? And I do mock drafts all the time, and we're going to do a fun one with Larry tomorrow. That's going to be way faster. But if mock drafts teach me anything, you can't address everything. And this is why I was so pissed by the 49ers not doing shit in free agency. We're 2.5 hours in. I can drop a couple curse words. And yeah, I would be okay getting Conyers in the 5th round. But yeah, right here. Shanahan would be itching for a new toy on offense right now. That is true. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Oh, sorry, guys. Got it. And so, yeah, if we're talking best player available and all those things, oh, gosh, man. One of these running backs, Harold Fannett Jr., those are best players available. I got to blow my nose real quick. I apologize, so I'll be right back. If you guys are on social media, Diamador Lenore just shared the 49ers Rush road trip flyer. That's right. Demo is going to be coming to our draft party. I'm so proud and honored. I've been telling you guys, I've been looking for a new favorite player on this 49ers roster because Dre Greenlaw's gone now. And I've been saying Demo's right up there. I don't think I have a choice anymore. Party with the faithful. Let's go. We're going to be at Broadway Studios over in North Beach area from 4 to 9 p.m. or until the draft ends. We might go longer. We rented the place out for the entire evening, so we could stay and party and have a great time. We're going to be there Thursday, and we're going to be there Friday for days 1 and day 2 of the draft. Diamador Lenore, you want to meet him, autograph, all that kind of stuff, that's going to be on day 1. We've got big screens, trivia, giveaways, you name it. It's going to be incredible. Day 2 is going to be awesome. That's for the hardcore draft people. Big screens everywhere, NFL Network, ESPN, plus we're live broadcasting. You are going to be covered. 49ers-centric coverage, nonstop. I'm so pumped, man. Get to meet Diamador Lenore? What? Go to 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Get your tickets now. Here we go. I'm back. I'm alive. Y'all don't have to put me on IR just yet. But yeah, that was a rough one. The allergies came out of nowhere. But it's spring, baby. So a couple things just on the board. Ty Robinson went to the Chiefs. Great pick. Chris Paul went. Jared Ivey went to the Packers. And Trapilo. We are now, 3 picks out. Really, really close. And I think this is exactly how I feel right now. NY Anthony, appreciate you. I love Bossa at 100. I love Bossa. But I mean, Fannett, right? Like, if these are our 2 choices, and maybe they'll make the choice for us, those are the top of the list. And, if Miles Frazier, he's outside looking in. Pat Bryant, outside looking in. Did Pat Bryant go? I think Pat Bryant did go, didn't he? But it doesn't matter. I don't think. No, he didn't. He's still there. Yeah, it's we're getting a good player. Bossa starts great. And it's a bigger position of need. But at some point, and this is what Kyle Shanahan does, you give him that toy. I think right around this pick is where, I think it was like 103 or 104 is where you took the tight end from Alabama that was awful, Cam Latu, whenever I just laughed. Oh, Isaac Tesla just went. Whoo! I am not an Isaac Tesla guy. I know that he is a freak athlete, and that is awesome. But is that the first undrafted free agent grade that I have that got drafted? So there's that. I know he's a freak athlete and all that stuff. Dude couldn't even start at college, but we'll see. You develop them. No, man. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. So, yeah, I like where we're sitting. How many picks out? We're 2 picks out. So, Minnesota, Giants, then us. Let's check and see if anybody's trying to trade with us. Yes. No worries. You better do my Niners good day 3. Oh, so the guy running the Seattle thing is a Niners fan. There we go. So that I think he's a listener of the main guy that hosts everything. And well, I think he just wanted in, and so I think they gave that to him. So that's cool. So there were 3 picks. Oh, Lathan Ransom just went. Better news. I ain't mad about that at all. Safety. I liked him, but I didn't have him. What round did I have him? 1, 2, 3, 4. I had a 5th round grade on Latham. All right. I like that. So now we've got the Giants, and then it's us. So we're down to 2 picks. So I need everybody to throw in the chat. This is vote time. We're going to pick early. I'm not trading back. We are taking Jeffrey Bossa, or we're taking Harold Fannin Jr. Every single person that is watching this, sorry, my nose is killing me. And we're going to wrap this up just shy of 3 hours. Y'all got to vote. Harold Fannin Jr. or Jeffrey Bossa. We get a starter, or we go best player available and give Shanahan his toy. There's no wrong choice here. I think both of these guys are great picks. And the fact that they are there, we almost took Fannin earlier. I'm cool with this. I am really, really cool with either one. So let's count them. Fannon's up 2. Fannon's up 3. Fannon's up 4. Birch or Fannin, I want to count that for 5. 6 for Fannin. Bossa down to 5. Up to 6. 7. 8. Yeah, I think it's over. Yeah, stop the count. And I like Birch. I like Birch. I think that's great, but I love some late round guys. I think the decision has been made. And if the Giants take Fannin here, no worries. We just go Jeffrey Bossa. And so, but yeah, the Fannin, the lore is in. So now we've been sniped twice, but somebody's tagging me. But I don't care. I don't care what anybody is tagging me for in the chat. I'm happy with where I am. I'm typing in. The 49ers select at number, what are we at? 100? I'm typing it, which is probably bad karma, right? But that's okay. I can delete. I'm not entering it in. But if they take them, then I'll just erase and go linebacker 2. And this is the problem, Nick. We can't address them all. And yeah, linebacker 2 is a bigger need than tight end 3. But at some point, the value outweighs everything. And this is just too much. I have a 2nd round grade on Harold. Where am I? Dude, my rankings on Harold Fannin Jr. is insanity. I have him as my 36 overall player. 36. I freaking love him. Where does let's look at the top 100 for, because I think he's high on him too. Dane Brugler, the top 100. Where's Harold Fannin Jr.? Boom, 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 boom. Is he lower on him than me? Is he not even in it? I'm not seeing him. Maybe I missed him. Really? He doesn't have him in there, huh? Terrence Ferguson's 5. Where's the other tight ends at? Here, let me look it up this way. Using that control feature. I think he has 2 ends. Fannin. Let's see where he's at. Yeah, he has 6. He has a 3rd round grade on Harold Fannin. So he's lower on him than me. But I have a 2nd round grade. He has a 3rd round grade. Come on, Giants. It's your time. It's your time. Get your pick in. I can't believe the Raiders took Tesla. But that's what the Raiders do. Al Davis would be smiling with that pick. You know what I mean? Somebody that is not a wide receiver, not even a starter at the college level, you take it the 3rd round. It's what they do. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Fannin makes the most sense to me. Winters is going to make a big leap. I agree with that too. And Fannin is a great player to have at tight end. If Kittle misses a game, you slide him in. Like, man, it's the best thing for Fannin too, to be honest with you, because now he gets to just be that space. He's almost like a slot wide receiver. And he's almost like a fullback, and he's almost like a tight end, and he blocks hard as hell. Like, he is a perfect 49ers fit. Why are they bumping back the clock? Come on, get your pick in. Yeah, the chat is roasting the Tesla pick. 6th, 7th round grade, not a 4th. He's a late day 3. Biggest reach for me. Wouldn't be shocked if he's an undrafted free agent. Yeah, everybody's roasting that dude. Well, that's just stupid. Wide receiver 28. I had an undrafted free agent grade on. I'm going to put that in the chat. I don't want to be mean, but like, I don't know the guy. Yeah, they're going to town. I'm just, and some people, and this is reflective of what's going to happen in the draft too. You know what I mean? Like, these workout warriors that have not football players, and maybe he has a great career, but the track record is against somebody that can't even start in college. Being a 3rd round pick, it happens. It does happen. Fannin, they really want to. We talk about the Hyperloop. Fannin, feed solid. Let's help Brock. Okay, Dante Thornton went. Look at this. They're sticking with the athletes. I'm sending my pick now. Boom. Wow. Dude, no need to wait. No need to wait. Boom. Done. It's over. I freaking love that. Golly, man. I cannot believe that he fell. Awesome. We got him. So here we are. We are walking away, day 3. We're wrapping this up. I got to go pick my son up. Wife's out of town. I'm pulling like dad duty and doing dog duty and podcast duty. It's what it is. I love life. So here we go. We got Mike Green early at 11. Couldn't trade back. We were stuck. We went with high upside at a premium position. Traded back in the 2nd round. We got Josh Conerly, offensive tackle, at 55. Defensive tackle, Joshua Farmer, at 75. At 86, we got defensive tackle CJ West, double dipped. And at pick 100, we got Harold Fannin Jr. So Shanahan got his toy at pick 100. It's what it is. Jeffrey Bossa was like the next one that I was like, so close. Man. And yeah, everybody's loving this. Kittle apprentice, nice. F yeah, LOL. A 9, yeah. So a Niner if there ever was one. Yeah, we've got some good ones. So everybody seems to really like that pick. I love it. I love it. New toy. This is a good draft. The trade back was perfect. I got roasted a little bit for trading before. You don't know what's going to be there at 43. I believe in my evaluation on where the strength of this draft is, and that is the 3rd round. And I was comfortable taking a lesser player in the 2nd round because we got an extra 3rd round pick. And we nailed it. We got Josh Conerly. He fell to us anyway. I would have taken him at 43. I love it. And Oscar, I appreciate you, man. Still plenty of good options at linebacker. So tomorrow we'll go live. We're going to do it again. Rounds 4, 5, 6, 7. But we're going to start later. We've been starting about 3:40, but we traded our pick 113. So that's what got us the extra 3rd round pick. So we don't pick until 138, which is the compensation pick at the end of the 4th round. So I'm going to watch it. I'll set a tentative schedule for probably like 350. But if it's going slow or going fast, I'll jump in and start the show live. So I'll set the show for 350. But we have a morning show with Larry Krueger. That's going to be fun. Man, you guys are incredible. 2 hours, 48 minutes. I'm getting in draft shape. The voice, you know what I mean? It's a lot. But I really do appreciate you guys and the community that you are helping build and just allowing me this opportunity. Hopefully y'all had fun. Until next time, love y'all and appreciate y'all. Until next time, stay strong, faithful.